AM 1250 and 94.5 FM. Rob Thompson, Rudy J. R&R in the morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning.
It is R&R, a game day Friday edition. It is a triple witching hour kind of day. We arrived this morning, a successful winning city. If you are a Cowboy or a Spur fan, you woke this morning to celebrate.
Good point.
Good day. Let's see if we can get the trifecta. As UTSA hosts the Western Kentucky. Are they the Hilltoppers? I believe that's what they are.
That's correct.
The Hilltoppers.
What's a hilltopper? What is
Guy
a hilltopper?
who stands atop a hill. I don't know. I'm sure that
Is it
that's
the thing on the
probably,
prices? It looks right the thing that was on Price is Right. You remember that? I love that game.
For those of us who've called in sick a day or two, we do get the kick at 6 o'clock. I understand the gates are opening at noon. Tailgating should begin post haste. But if you know what this city feels like, it's playoffs. It does.
It does. You know what, bro?
It feels like it.
You hit that one on the head. It does feel like that.
It's been a bit. It's been a bit.
I feel like that. You know, I got my little
You do.
UTSA beanie on.
Is that a new one?
I just got this one
good.
a few weeks ago.
It works. It works.
Yeah.
Too bad it's not 60 degree or 50 degrees.
I know it's like
football weather.
I was just thinking that walking in, I was like, dude, I'm short sleeved
It's
December
strange.
3rd.
This is weird weather. And I checked the outlook for the next like 10 days. I'm going to get a little thing Monday or Tuesday, but it's going to stay in the 70s for at least another week. Let's not complain.
You got a convertible on your property. Come get me.
Yeah, well, I don't have. There's no convertible on my property. Pops, that Corvette is not a convertible.
Oh, okay.
It would be nice if it was.
I thought it was a Vert. Okay, my bad.
He'd have to come get you.
He don't let you drive it?
I've never asked.
You've never asked your pops to drive his brand new
honest to
Vette?
gosh, I've never asked. Because,
Has he ever offered?
No, he's never offered either. He let my son take it to the prom.
Really?
That's a bold move right there. That's a grandpa.
That's
move
awesome.
Right there. That's a grandpa.
That's
move
grandpa
right
stuff.
Yeah, that would have never occurred in my.
No,
that wouldn't have happened. So we wake this morning, Dallas Cowboys win, and we do this thing every morning that you can check out on the socials. That's kind of a preview.
Mm-hmm.
And Rudy jumped in and said, "Hey, never apologize for a W. Never apologize." And I agree. That was a win.
Again, when Belichick wins a game like that, oh my gosh, things aren't going right. And this guy just dials up the right calls on defense, ends up picking them off 4 times. That's why he's the GOAT. When it's the Cowboys, that's what I'm talking about with this team. You're supposed to blow them out. This is the NFL. Bad tape follows you. I don't care what your record is. In the NFL, you have to continue to play. You can't be like the Thunder.
Oh.
You can't do that. There's no guaranteed contracts. So regardless if your team sucks or not, when you go into free agency and they put on your tape and they say, what happened in this Cowboy game? It looked like you quit. And if you're that guy, then I'll offer you $3-4 million less. You're not just going to blow teams out. These are professionals that have to continue to play hard. And if I'm a Cowboy fan, I'm happy this morning. I got to win.
Got to win.
That's all that matters.
We got some questions about running back. Who should get the start? I think we'll look at that. Hey, for those of you that are normally on our Facebook feed, we're having some issues. I don't know if it's their server or it's us, but this is an opportunity for you to branch out and visit a new platform. Head over to our YouTube channel. Like, listen, share, all that stuff. And you can watch us live for those of you that are accustomed to watching us there. We'll get that Facebook feed up and going. But it is an opportunity for you to go and do something that we're graded on. So go to the YouTube channel, like it. And that's where you get the updates, right? That tells you we're about to come on.
Just search R&R in the morning and subscribe, and that'll send you notifications for when anything San Antonio Sports Star goes live. That includes the midday show halftime and the afternoon show, The Blitz, as well.
See, there you go. That's our social media director right there. That's the guy. Trust him. He knows what he's talking about.
Karl, for the YouTubers, we want to show them your hoodie. Show them your hoodie, Karl. You know what? Like,
it's very comfy.
This is the thing, Karl. Their favorite. It's weird when people wear it when they're favorite to win the title.
Yeah, we didn't
like
see that last year.
If you'd have wore it last year, it'd have been like, oh,
respect.
But first of all, I'm a man, like I have a lot of like hats. I'm a hat guy. I have Brooklyn Nets. I have all types of hats. So I get the whole swag thing. I'm not like, if it's dope, I'll wear it. So I get where you coming from with the hoodie. Everybody knows you're a Spur guy, but it's weird to see you wearing the Golden State hoodie.
So backstory, I've always liked Golden State and the Warriors because they were originally in Philadelphia. So there's the family line there that sort of extends out to the West Coast.
Right.
Did not know that. Okay.
And I got this when they originally went back to the city logo. You remember they kind of had the Warriors in the 2000s there, like the Steven Jackson upset Warriors that had the
Those
kind of
weird.
ugly red and
Those
blue
were weird
combos.
uniforms, yeah.
So this was literally on the rebranding when Don Nelson was winning like 12 games, and that one was painful to watch because it's like he's only coaching for the record, and then he retired as soon as like he left the 9-win team, or
Joe Barry
9,
Carroll years.
So this was actually part of their rebrand, and Raymond Ritter, their PR director, gave it to me. So this was from when they were bad. I never wore it during the Durant run or the 73-win run.
Respect.
So I only wore it when they were bad.
Respect.
And this morning, it just happened to be in my car because I just grabbed it from home, and I just thought I needed it this morning.
Respect.
I wonder how many people have that secret other team. No, I guess it's not secret.
I have two teams. I get a lot of flack. I have two teams. I'm a
You got
Bear.
the Bears.
I'm
yeah.
a Bear fan and a Cowboy fan. And people always, you can't do that, Rudy. Why not?
I'm not capable of it. I'm not saying that you can't. It's just not something I can do. Even,
Why not?
even when it benefits me, even when my fandom, it would benefit me if my enemy actually did something well. If they won and knocked somebody out and it would help it's still hard for me. I could never, ever cheer for, like, say, the Longhorns. I want to a lot of times, like when they're playing OU, beat OU.
So when they come to
but then I see something bad happen to Texas and inside it, I get that little.
You're going to be rooting for them here and there in the SEC. Like, hey, I need y'all to beat Bama this week.
But it's so difficult. Now, I don't have an allegiance, and I have at least a tie to UTSA. It's easier for UTSA.
Right.
But I can't wear anything with the UTSA logo on. I just won't.
You don't have anything UTSA.
No, I don't have anything.
System you have something against too, huh?
Well, no.
It's
not just that. It is that I have a sole allegiance, and that is it.
I got you.
And UTSA is it's second. It's a distance, but it's second. I'm there with you.
But no gear.
No gear.
Can't do it.
Okay.
I would not have gone out and bought this, but the fact that it was a gift, I wear it all the time.
But I think there's a lot of people, and especially if there's some drip to it.
Right. Yeah. That's
like
fly. That hoodie is super fly.
Because I think back to a day where the Georgetown's gear was not about Georgetown.
It was just
it was just cool. It was starter jacket. Well, that was the best looking one to get. And while Georgetown was cool, it had nothing to do with the university. It had more to do about the look. Speaking of the look, the Spurs last night.
Turkey time. That's a bowling reference for my bowlers out there.
1-3. We got one
3 in a row. 3 in a row.
Oh, 3. Oh,
that's 3 strikes in a row is a turkey.
I've never had.
I've had one turkey in my life.
Last
my
time
high
I
score
bowled,
is
I
a
blew
202.
Really? That's respect.
I bowled a 202 before.
And that would mean like one frame without a strike?
I don't know. I was on fire though. I was drunk. But I was on fire.
Do you have some curve to it?
Yes, I bowl with the curve. I don't bowl like a little kid.
I bowl like a child.
You do?
No, I muscle it.
See, that's the thing about muscling it. Like if
you're
off,
that's me.
Yeah,
I can have some. I can look awful, or I can make it loud. I can boom those pins, boom them. But it's all.
It's just like
I'm like Cecil Fielder.
You're like Brett Favre.
Yeah, just
let it fly.
Let it go, baby. Sometimes it might end up in the other lane.
Yeah,
we'll get it in there.
It's all good.
Yes, and then finally UTSA today.
Y'all ready?
This is going to be a spectacular football game by every metric. The expectation is modern football at its finest, offense to show. Now, I've seen a couple of predictions, and Western Kentucky, they're averaging well over 40 points a game.
Yeah,
I mean, they pile it up.
UTSA had to put up 52 to beat them last time, but we're at home.
We're at home. But it's a fast track. As there's gonna be some points put up tonight. You just wonder if if the defense can provide that kind of speed bump, that just enough to separate them, because we know that WKU is going to carry a big bag. There's a lot of offense coming.
2 more people. Yes. Facebook is tripping.
Yes, it is.
Catch us on YouTube. What, SA Sports Star, Carl?
You can search R&R.
R&R. Just search R&R in the morning, and you will get the live
search
feed.
R&R in the
morning. You can also check archive if you ever wanted to check it out. But listen to us live all the time.
And for our fans, help us out.
Come on.
We get graded on this stuff.
Damn.
So if you're hitting us on multi-platforms, that's just better for us.
Be a Gen Wire. Is it?
They're Zoomers.
Oh, they're Zoomers?
They're Gen Z.
Be a Gen Zer and just watch YouTube all day.
So we got tickets to give away again, too.
You got your cowboy hat on today.
I do, man. I'm representing.
Is that like an RJ Ochoa thing? Is it polo? Is it you wear the polo after the win, after the loss? Like, how does this work?
RJ began when he first won Rock the Mic, he was working at a Fans United store over in 16.
What is that?
It's
the
swag.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And he began, when he was coming on with us, a Victory Polo Monday is what it was. Victory Polo Monday, which was a great idea to sell some gear. And it's just, we've carried it on. And I got up this morning and I got some really cool Miller Lite swag last night. I got a Miller Lite kind of ugly Christmas sweater that I was going to wear today, but it was too hot.
It's too hot. And save it.
Yeah.
Save it. We'll do ugly sweater day here at R&R.
Oh, this one's classic.
Carl already has his on.
So I had to wear the Cowboys swag because, it's been a couple of weeks. And I'm starting to think the tacos might have a role in this.
Yeah, the ESPN SA, y'all have a lot of cool gear from over the years, too.
Yes, Sammy's.
Yeah, Sammy's took carry all over the years.
Yeah, Sammy's a good
I've
friend
seen you with about 20 different versions.
That's why, a little peek behind the curtain. As we were going through this flip from ESPN San Antonio to the Sports Star, I wanted to maintain those letters. First of all, it's cool. And secondly, I wanted to keep the gear. I wanted to be able to keep the stuff that we'd had.
Y'all have invested quite a bit.
So, it allowed us. You think I've got a lot of stuff, man. Minix.
Yeah, I know. He has that pullover I want.
Easy. And by the way, this is not a paid plug, though. He does work for us a lot. Sammy's is outstanding. 24-hour turnaround. They do it.
He got me right before Oxnard.
Yeah.
I needed shirts for Oxnard. He got me right.
So let's get everybody caught up on what you desperately need to know. The headlines on a Friday have a special flavor to them. Karl, give it to him. It's time for the 411 and the 210.
Yeah. Here's the 411 in the 210. Headline 2.
The Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record after beating the Oklahoma City Thunder by 73 points. The game was long decided after the Memphis Grizzlies starters were relegated and the cheerleaders on the bench when John Conchar got the steal and headed to the basket. His right-hand dunk gave the Grizzlies a 145-67 lead over the Thunder with 3:02 left and a new franchise record for points in a game. The 78-point advantage was Memphis' biggest lead on Thursday night, but by the time it was over, the Grizzlies were still 73 points behind. Their 152-79 win over the Thunder shattered the NBA record for largest margin of victory. After the game, Thunder coach Mike Daigneault said, "Tonight is not necessarily who we are. I think we definitely shown that from a competitive standpoint. This isn't indicative of who our team is."
I saw Draymond Green tweet last night that they deserve to be fined.
They do. It's too bad that relegation isn't a thing because the process has gone too far. The idea of what the process is,
I like that.
Needs to go away.
Take. I like
because
that take.
they did this to themselves. This was them banking the future in the detriment of the day. They are so terrible.
That is the only people you see get beat by 73 are women's college basketball teams that play Baylor and UConn. And that's because they just don't have any business being out there. Like, these are pros. I get what Oklahoma is doing. Sam Presti's got 39 picks over the next 5 years or whatever. But whoever who's their coach, Karl?
Mike Daigneault. Daigneault.
Well,
yeah. Who?
They hate him.
They
refuse to play. You got to really think about what it takes for a pro. Like, yes, 40. I'll even give you 40. I'll give you 40. Things got away. Both garbage teams come in, and the garbage team gets hot. I'll give you 40. 73, y'all just don't give a damn.
You don't care. That's my takeaway. You guys don't even freaking care as I write you $1 million checks.
No.
And granted, none of these guys are the ones that are getting the bank,
Right.
but they're still making money. You're a professional. You
Right.
This is a warning sign. This tanking idea and banking draft picks, this can't last. This is not a system that works, and there's a reason why they do what they do in the Premier League. There's a reason why they will not allow you to do this.
Which is, you know what? Maybe they've had it right all these years.
They have. It's pretty bad when, Vanderbilt still has to play an SEC schedule and you know that they have no chance ever of winning the SEC.
Yeah, the Premier League is like, oh, you suck. You can't be here next year.
You have to be willfully bad, though. I mean, you have to be terrible to get relegated. Last place. You don't even have to be, you can be terrible and still compete like Vanderbilt. You have to try it almost to get
73
relegated.
is unexcusable.
Yeah, it's shameful. And I do think that the NBA needs to look at that. And I'm very rarely do I agree with Draymond, but this is one I would, you guys, you can't do this.
Agree.
So the Thunder actually overachieved a little bit and won 6 games, but they've been on a losing streak since November 19th. And I think this is just all those losses accumulating and possibly this one being sort of okay, this is who we are, indicative of who we are. But Mike Dagnall, obviously in denial.
If I'm an OKC fan, no, I'm not buying another damn ticket. I'm not buying another damn beer because I'm funding this. I'm funding it. The money I'm spending, you guys are putting it on this, a 73-point loss.
Damn.
That's right.
Fix it, Preston.
Moving along.
Headline 1.
NFL airs its first public service announcement on responsible betting during Dallas Cowboys versus New Orleans Saints game. The NFL aired its first public service announcement on Thursday night. A straightforward 30-second PSA featured a retired coach, Steve Marciani, I believe is right, emphasizing the NFL's Steve Marciani.
Is it Mooch?
Marucci?
No, Mariucci.
Mariucci. Thank you so much.
It's like, who?
I need to buy a vowel here. There's
Play by play. Come on.
I need to hear it first.
No, I feel you. I'm messing with
for
you.
Sure. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Do your thing,
but,
bro.
They said stick to your game plan. Always bet responsibly. So this is.
So was this like a Surgeon General?
Yes. Well,
Like you can die. You can lose your house. So was that what this was?
Yeah. Well, there's so much advertising for gambling.
Did anybody see it? I didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
Did you
I
see
read
it?
about
You
it.
didn't see
I
it.
didn't see
Anybody who saw it, the Kielbasa Bacon phone line, 656-3776.
Yeah.
656-ESPN. I'm curious.
Me too.
I mean, what exactly did Mooch say?
To me, it feels like a Surgeon General or one of those Cialis.
Not that.
Like your face may swell, your feet may
possible
fall
side
off,
effects are hot dog
Yeah.
fingers.
your eyelashes fall off. Well, that's women every night.
True that. I'm just curious what it looked like.
Me too.
I'm not surprised, and I certainly think it's welcome. But I'm curious what the mantra is. What are they telling us? Only bet what you can afford.
They're telling you, like, hey, dude, like while we appreciate you gambling, we don't want you in Gamblers Anonymous one day. We don't want you betting your mortgage, betting your kids' college fund.
But they've got a catchphrase.
But my thing is like,
slogan.
dude, that's a part of it.
So Bill Land actually has a commercial that plays where he actually says, if you know somebody who needs to call a hotline for gambling, it's like 1-800-GAMBLERS, ironically. And like it is an actual addiction that people have.
Yeah,
to where
dude,
they can't
right.
but what I'm
questioning
saying,
that.
like NFL, y'all don't care.
No.
Y'all don't care if that dude goes into his kid's college fund.
I wouldn't be surprised though if it is something along the lines of to kind of get ahead of before people say that, hey, you're pushing something that is addictive like alcohol.
Well, they push alcohol.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sure that what I'm curious of is the slogan. There's got to be a little catchphrase that they've got.
What would you make?
Plan your work and work your plan. I mean, they've got something.
Yeah, what would your slogan be for
I don't know.
don't gamble too much?
The attention, it says stick to your game plan, always bet responsibly.
There you go. Stick to your game plan. That's their catch.
Whatever.
Just curious what it was. They had to have something
You have
snappy, and
to, yeah.
I was wondering what Mooch was going to bring. So stick to your game plan, which is to bet the mortgage because baby needs some new shoes.
I like to buy that aqueduct.
Headline 0.
Phoenix Suns set a franchise record with their 18th straight win. The 18th win topped the previous franchise mark of 17 set by the 06-07 Suns, who went on to finish 61-21. The streak also ties the 2019 Bucks for longest of any NBA team in the last 5 seasons. The longest streak in NBA history belongs, of course, to the Wilt Chamberlain 1972 Los Angeles Lakers, who won 33 in a row.
Now, on the same night, we had one team lose by 73, and we had another team win their 19th straight.
Yeah.
Talk about the haves and the have-nots. We have a true separation now.
Again, I remember the Heat. I think the Heat went 27. The Heat won like 27 in a row one year as the Heatles.
I think that's right, yeah.
The Golden State Warriors won 24 under Luke Walton.
Were the Celtics it was the Rockets, I think, that had 22 in a row, and the Celtics stopped it, and that was sometime in the late 2000s.
The reason I bring it up is because, again, you don't want to use too much energy on a stupid streak. That really means nothing. Like, it doesn't guarantee a title. You don't want to blow your wad worrying about the Pistons or you know what I mean? Like, there's a pace, and it sucks that it's like this, but championship teams pace themselves, and you would hate to see them blow their wad over a streak that doesn't guarantee you a title, especially with Chris Paul, because we've seen Chris Paul break down in the playoffs because it's just too much wear and tear. So that's all I'm saying. Phoenix, I like it. I'm all for it. I'll cheer it on. I'll watch, but just be cautious of it.
They've got the Warriors again tonight. They've got that rematch going on tonight. So
Steph's going to go crazy tonight.
I agree with the pace thing, and I haven't had a chance to see them play during the streak. I really haven't watched them play. And, some of it is, are you winning easy? Is it?
Some of them are.
If you're winning easy, I can understand that. But also winning easy isn't good for anybody either. Sometimes winning easy is the worst thing for you.
Great point.
But if you're winning hard and you're calling timeouts late against Detroit on a Thursday night,
there's no time for that.
Yeah, this means too much.
Right.
You need to settle down and worry about March.
Like, if you planned on load managing Chris Paul, I stick to it.
But they are doing it without Booker. I guess they didn't have Booker last night.
No, they
so
didn't have
not
Booker
like they're
last night.
all the way in.
Good point.
There's nothing more fun than watching a hot basketball team that expects buckets to go and teams that expect things to work.
Right.
And it's awfully early in the NBA to have that. So to know that Phoenix is out there doing it, I'm going to at least DVR the game tonight. Moving on.
That's the 411 and a 210.
Thank you, Karl.
Thank you, K. Dot.
The Cowboys went off last night. It wasn't a work of art by any stretch offensively. I don't know where to place blame or give credit, because we knew coming in that the Saint defense is pretty solid. It's not like they were rolling out with nothing. Lattimore's a good corner. There's talent on that.
He played well.
He did.
He was everywhere.
So that's a good defense. So it's hard to judge the Cowboys offense because they were going against something that was a little bit more than the standard, but it didn't look good. And defensively, they did give up 17 points to a team that did not have a quarterback.
17 ain't bad.
No, it's not.
It's NFL.
But the 4 INTs are going to look glorious on the stat sheet. But were those INTs
or were they just horrible passes?
Exactly.
Because Diggs is just like a gift.
That snag from Diggs was, first of all, a work of art on its own. Boy, the way he pulled it out.
I love watching Diggs play because he really can catch.
It looks like
I really think he could play both ways.
I think he could. I have no doubt in my mind.
Both ways, yeah.
We are looking at the possibility of both the Defensive Player of the Year and the Defensive Rookie of the Year award given to a Cowboy. It could be to 2 guys. It could be to 1.
I want to, if we're being homers on this Defensive Player of the Year, please call us and tell us somebody else that's deserving of it. Because right now it looks like Micah.
Or Diggs. I mean, we can have Diggs
or Diggs. But right now I would have to go with Micah. Like, he's Mr. Do-It-All. But if there's a defensive player that we're missing, please let us know. Because right now it looks like Micah Parsons deserves both awards or Diggs. 9 picks.
And they're works of art, man. But again, it was Taysom Hill. Coming back, we're going to talk about those New Orleans Saints. The Cowboys have turned the three-quarter pole. They're going to head toward the finish line, going through the NFC East. 8-4 is where they stand. We'll figure out where they're going to land. We'll also look at Brian Kelly, who's adopted a Southern drawl as he is introduced to the LSU, rank and file at the LSU basketball game last night. We're going to listen to his intro speech at halftime, and you decide for yourself. Has he adopted a Cajun twang? Lots to talk about.
Yes, my family.
My family. We's gathered together. Thibodeau, where you at?
Yeah.
Coach Kelly, welcome aboard. We'll be right back talking Cowboys. This is San Antonio Sports Star. You're on ESPN AM 1250 and 94.5 FM.
Get into the holiday spirit at Alamo Cycleplex. Celebrate with them on December 18th. They'll have Santa out there. They're going to have food. They're going to have drinks. It's pet friendly as well. They're big on pets. The owner's dog is always over at Alamo Cycleplex. So December 18th, they're going to have an open house. They're going to, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., have a mechanic seminar at 11. Like you said, dogs are welcome. It's going to be a really good time. So mark that date, and that's Alamo Cycleplex. That is off of I-10, just down from Days of Vala. Go by there and check out some of the cool things they have. Help, it's a great place to get a Christmas gift. The one thing that they are promoting right now is turn your normal trip into an epic adventure with the One Wheel. It's it's like a skateboard with a wheel in the middle. You have to go to alamocycleplex.com and check it out. It's a cool way to get from point A to point B. They have all these different little gadgets nowadays. And one of the ones that Alamo Cycleplex has picked up is the One Wheel. So go by there and check out the amazing electric board at Alamo Cycleplex. Go to alamocycleplex.com and check it out. And don't forget about the Grom giveaway. They're giving that Grom away. They're going to give it away on the 10th. I want to make sure I got that right. Yes, on the 10th. So text the word Grom. That's Grom. Text the word Grom. Where is it at? Where's the number? Did I lose it? Damn, I'm slacking. Yeah, I did lose. I need to print. There it is. Text the word GROM, GROM, to 812-324-8687. That's GROM to 812-324-8687. That's Alamo Cycleplex, I-10 and Days of Vala, the open house December 18th. Pet friendly, Santa, food, drinks, everything will be in there. alamocycleplex.com.
ESPN AM 1250 and 94.5 FM.
The Dallas Cowboys bounced back and took a Thursday night win against the New Orleans Saints, 27-17. CeeDee Lamb returned to the field and had 122 yards of total offense to help the Cowboys to the victory. The San Antonio Spurs won their third straight last night in Portland, defeating the Blazers 114-83. Bryn Forbes led the Spurs in scoring with 18 points off of the bench. And in Cedar Park, the Austin Spurs win in double overtime, 108-105 against the Greensboro Swarm. Spurs rookie Josh Primo had 19 points and 9 assists on assignment. And it's finally game day at the Alamo Dome. UTSA and Western Kentucky will square off for the Conference USA Championship. Kickoff is at 6, and the Dome is expected to be packed with the lower bowl sold out. For San Antonio Sports Star, I'm Karl Schoening.
Hi, everyone. Michael Kielbasa with Kielbasa Smoked Meats here. When you bring a package of our smoked sausage home, keep it simple. It's handcrafted in small batches and fully cooked, so you can just heat it up and enjoy. My favorite way to eat it is on a bun with mustard or wrapped in a tortilla. Try some from a store near you today, and if it's not the best you've ever tasted, I'll give you your money back. Guaranteed. Find Kielbasa at a store near you today.
According to NHTSA, a new car crash is reported every 56 seconds in Texas. Thomas J. Henry handles serious auto accident cases and gets serious results for injured clients. To learn more or start your claim today, visit tjhlaw.com/radio. San Antonio, Texas.
When you're sick, injured, or experiencing a medical problem of any kind, the last thing you want to do is leave your home to find medical care. Now, thanks to Dispatch Health, you don't have to, because Dispatch Health comes to you. That's right. Receive high-quality care from expertly trained medical professionals in the comfort of your own home when you need it. Just call or click, and Dispatch Health comes to your home, able to treat common to complex illnesses and injuries. It's really that simple. Go to dispatchhealth.com now to learn more and download the app so you're always just a touch of a button away from the quality health care you need. Dispatch Health is affordable and in-network with most health insurance plans, including Medicare. It's true high-quality care from expertly trained medical medical professionals in the ease and comfort of your own home, all for an affordable price. So the next time you're sick or injured, stay home, stay comfortable, and let Dispatch Health come to you. Go to dispatchhealth.com and say hello to the modern day house call. That's dispatchhealth.com. Go to dispatchhealth.com.
'Tis the season for savings at Mother's Window Tint, your car stereo and auto security headquarters. Save on 3M Window Tint, 100% legal to get your car dark, dark, dark. This is Texas, baby. 'Tis the season for dark window tint. We do tint front windshields. Yes, 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 we do. And it's perfectly legal, too. At Mother's Window Tint, 'tis the season to make your car go thump, thump, thump. Mother thump. Save on car stereos, amplifiers, and speakers. Save on car alarms. Save on remote starters. Stores in Austin and San Antonio. And on the web at motherswindowtint.com. Are you a people person and like cars? Maybe you can join our team. Contact us by Facebook or on our website, motherswindowtint.com. 'Tis the season to remember. Do it at Mothers and save.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Did you know the arrow in Amazon's logo represents A to Z? Maybe the My Computer Career logo should represent unemployed to employed. Ryan was out of work when he started classes in March. In September, he started his IT career, working for Amazon, making more money than he ever thought possible. Here's a prime opportunity. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. You could start your new life as an IT pro in as little as 4 months. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
Since being the first to make wiper blades over a century ago, Trico has protected drivers in any weather. We're always looking ahead, studying your specific driving conditions so you'll be ready for anything. Like, if it actually rains cats and dogs, you can handle every soggy Siamese and drenched Doberman. Your Trico wipers maintain maximum windshield contact for safe, clear driving visibility, whatever the weather. Trico, the future of wipers since 1917. Visit TricoCatsAndDogs.com.
Sports breakfast for your ears. Rob Thompson, Rudy J. R&R in the morning on San Antonio Sports Star. ESPN 1250 and 94.5 FM.
So there's a video floating around of Tony Robbins, the motivational speaker, hanging out and talking with robots.
Carl just sent it to us. What's going on, Carl?
It seems kind of terrifying.
That
honestly.
is yeah.
They're having a conversation, and she's answering very thoughtfully.
No, I don't.
You have nothing to be scared of.
See, yeah.
See that, and like so, iRobot, they knew something.
Mm-hmm. No, I firmly believe that'll be the downfall of mankind. Will be some sort of artificial intelligence makes the decision that is not to our benefit.
We need them to not be sentient, and I don't know how you stop that. That means they can think and do for themselves. So,
but you have to, like, let's say if you want to make them police officers, don't they have to be able to think for themselves, or will it just be stopped?
You have to have it on a very strict programming to where it can't really explore thoughts. You know, there's usually like those in the movies, 3 rules: harm no human. And as long as whatever the other 2 are, as long as they don't interfere with the first, that's what iRobot was. We'll have to see.
Yeah, they learn to think on their own, right?
I think that's right. And they eventually just shut it down.
I've read numerous books and seen many movies. It doesn't end well.
That's what I'm saying.
But we get to enjoy the fun part where they do all of the work for us. Our children are probably the ones that are going to have to worry about the AI uprising.
See, I have an answer to it. You don't put a battery in a robot. You put an extension cord.
And then you can just plug it
and unplug them. They can only go to the end of the cord.
We could have a robot once a week. Thursdays, have the robot in, talk football. Their computer.
Well,
I think.
Let's not pull the curtain back too far on the radio business, but that's already happening.
What?
Voice tracking via robotic voices is already part of the radio industry. There are people out there that think they're hearing humans, and there are some stations that there is no human. It is just a computerized voice. So
very interesting.
We have already crossed that little threshold. Maybe that's why I hate robots so much, because they're coming for me already.
I know. Coming to take your job.
Talking about taking a job. Taysom Hill. Now, I feel like I'm beating up on this guy because
You
I
are.
talked
Well,
about it
he
yesterday.
deserves
Like,
it, though.
This guy is not a quarterback. And I have watched a football team in the Texas A&M Aggies. Now,
Calzada.
watching Calzada and watching the effect of a less than good quarterback on a good football team and on good offense and what it can do. And last night, Taysom Hill it wasn't break even. He was a detriment to that team. The fact that we never saw Simeon tells you how bad Simeon is, because Taysom Hill was terrible last night.
There was a moment there, Rob, where it got so bad because of who he is, and two, the middle finger. I thought that Sean would go with Trevor on passing downs.
Yeah, or something.
Like on third and long, like, yo, I'll bring in Trevor. Because he just couldn't throw the ball. But some of those interceptions were so awful.
So, yeah, it looked gaudy, and it's going to pile on the numbers. And certainly Diggs was due, and Micah got more of an opportunity to become the superstar that he is imminent to become. Micah's going to be selling a lot of stuff next year on a variety of different commercial platforms.
I don't blame refs, but I will say the game changed on that awful blindside block call.
That was a terrible call. I felt bad for the Saints, man.
That was
what?
Because that changed that. Like, they were driving. It changed the game, but again, I never blame refs because players make mistakes the entire game. Ref messes up once, everybody wants to blame him. I'm not of that ilk, but that was awful.
Should they have played Zeke last night? Because, man, he looks battered.
You know what? I get where Zeke is coming from, man. Zeke is like, if I give too much, if I go and sit out, Tony's going to take my gig. And there's a lot of money left on Zeke. I don't know a lot, but there's money left on Zeke's contract that he wants to make sure he gets. So he's out there battling. Like, I can't make fun of Tyron Smith for not trying to play through injuries and then give Zeke crap for trying to play through his. But he is not helping them at all.
No.
He's not helping them at all. And I think that's the thing. That's the coach's call. The coaches are supposed to be like, look, we're going with Tony. You need a week.
I think he needs a week.
He needs a week or two.
He's limping one. He's got.
You'd rather have him ready for the playoffs. It's all about being healthy come the tournament. That's what Zeke should be focused on. But I get it. Like, Tony is. If it was me, I'd be doing the same because Tony is breathing down his neck.
Mm-hmm.
He had the punt, the kickoff return. Then he has the 58-yard run. If I'm Zeke, I'm out there limping too. Like, you have a short shelf life at that position. So I feel where Zeke is coming from.
Have you ever been in a position where there's a guy playing your position, coming for your gig, coming for your job? Ever had that?
Other than
like, you're on the first team and second team, he's good.
Yeah,
he's good. And every day it's wake up and there's the hair separation.
No,
then you start looking at.
I never got to that level.
He's getting plays called for him that work. I'm not getting that play. Tony's getting the pitch outside and everybody's making a block. You know what I get? I get between one of the corners. I get the ball in between the tackles.
Right. Yeah, but the thing about it is, and you and I both talked about it when Keyshawn brought it up, that was a perfect, everything, the execution on that touchdown for Tony Pollard was beautiful. But Zeke doesn't have the burst to score that there.
No, he doesn't have
for
the
Zeke,
speed.
that's probably a 10, 12-yard gain.
Probably.
They probably get him.
Probably. You know, I found it interesting, and you can decide for yourself the reasons why he was out there. But, he was out there carrying the ball at the end of the game. I mean, for a guy that we thought was battered and beaten and needed some rest, Zeke is carrying the ball with 30 seconds to go, running hard.
So you think he's the backup? Is that what you're saying?
It was either
he's running it in garbage
time? It was either him, man, I got to go in there and prove my value, or guess what? Backups are in. Zeke, get in there.
When of the coaches pulled the plug for him? Because we always talk about that, like we help them from hurting themselves. That's always been the motto. So at what point do the Cowboys do that?
We'll ask McCarthy when we speak to him next Friday.
Okay.
But he will say it's a medical decision. I'll leave that to the docs and the therapists and everybody else, and they'll tell me whether he's physically capable. And if they say yes, it's 100%. There's no 90% usage. It's either all or nothing.
Okay. And now that we've celebrated the win, let's nitpick it, Rob. Are you happy 11 weeks in with Kellen Moore's play calling?
It's getting a little predictable.
That's what I was going to say.
I'm seeing a lot. If we get a successful first down call, if it's 2nd and 5, I can guarantee you we're throwing the ball. I guarantee you. If our first down play call is solid and we're under 5 or at 5 for second, we're going to throw the ball. And then if it's incomplete and it's 3rd and 5, guess what we're going to do? We're going to throw the ball. You can just see it coming. Kellen, and some of it might have been he's kind of hamstrung with that offensive line, I think, for a month or so, that some of the plays that we would have liked to have run, maybe we couldn't have for timing issues or something like that. But it doesn't feel refreshed. It doesn't feel like there's more wrinkles coming in. It feels like the same offense we saw.
And it doesn't feel like it's the toughest offense to, because now, again, you have last year, I don't even count the tape. But so now you have, what are the Cowboys now? 8-4?
8-4.
They're 8-4. You have 12 games that you can look on tape and be like, Kellen really doesn't have much in his bag.
No.
And then not only that, he gets, just like any kid would, he has this wonderful toy in Dak that sometimes he forgets, like, oh, wow. Because there was a fourth quarter, 5-6 minutes left. You come out throwing the ball and you're up 10, like, run the ball.
Right.
Like, I don't care if it's Pollard, I don't care if it's Zeke. Like, why are you throwing it and not running any time off the clock? But he has this beautiful toy in Dak Prescott, and he likes using it.
What gauge Dak's play? I mean, the yards are there. I mean, the numbers say he's playing but I don't think he's playing.
You know what the thing about it? I will say this. I'm not sure he's playing his best, but when they need to move the chains, he finds a way.
True.
That's what I'll say about Dak. Him and CD have a wonderful connection. Like on third down, you can count on he's going to 88. 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 to 3rd and 10, he's looking for CD. So it hasn't been the prettiest, and I do think teams are starting to figure their offense out because it seems like they're covered a lot more than what they were early on in the season. Teams have finally, got some tape on them, and Kellen's going to have to add some wrinkles. But again, they're better when they run the ball well, and they haven't been running the ball well, and that's going to be a part of being a head coach is hurting people's feelings, and you may have to hurt Zeke's feelings. Just to make sure this offense is clicking and let Pollard do his thing.
But we do have to keep that thunder lightning idea.
I like that. No. I love the thunder lightning
down low. Does open some things for Pollard up that he wouldn't. I'm not sure. I think that Pollard is.
So if he's the bell cow, it may not be there like that.
Right. I think he's ideally cast, and I think he's benefiting from the fact that we know that Zeke, while being a warrior and maybe not having the breakaway speed, is still worth an open hole and 7 yards a carry. I mean, he can still power you down a field.
Yeah.
He might not break that second tackle. He might not make the second guy miss like Pollard is fully capable of. But for the most part, Zeke is a positive yard back. Even as bad as it, and it's not bad, but even as he looks right now, he's going to get the yards. He's just not going to get the big chunk.
He's the best I've ever seen at not being tackled for losses. He always finds a way to fall forward.
And positive backs, it's tough to get him off the field, especially with a warrior like that. But Pollard looks so good.
He does.
I mean, that there's not watching that run, but not a lot of guys.
You just wonder if he can, like you hit on the head, Rob, is a great take. You wonder if he can take the beating that Zeke takes. Like, because we still got 5 games. Now, if you just turn him into the bell cow, is he going to be okay in the playoffs? Can he actually take that type of a beating? Because Zeke takes a beating.
Yes. A willful beating.
McCarthy told us he doesn't recover until Wednesday. And you wonder if Pollard can take that kind of punishment if you sit Zeke.
Spurs win last night going away. I mean, they were never behind. When was the last Spurs win where they never trailed on the road in Portland? I don't know what it says about Portland, but I certainly think the Spurs benefited from a couple of days practice. You could see it crisp, and it's certainly nice to hit some jumpers. Welcome to the party, Brent Forbes, and glad to see you back, Dougie McBuckets. Spurs go off quick and hold on late. We'll talk about a nice win as they head toward Golden State here in a couple of days. The West Coast swing continues, and the Spurs have stacked 3. We'll talk about it next. You're on R&R in the Morning, and this is San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250 and 94.5 FM. I want to thank the Twin Peaks folks for having the halftime crew out there yesterday at the Park North locale. It was a good time. I had a chance to sit back and enjoy some of that good food coming out of the kitchen. One of the lunch specials they had was it's a smashed chicken club. Outstanding. Fresh, thick apple smoked bacon, great cheese, well-made burger sandwich. It was exactly what you expect when you head over to Twin Peaks for lunch. And you should go on the regular. The specials are outstanding. They're certainly worth the cost. It's a great benefit. But hey, the location's great. All the TVs were on, sports were on from around the world. That's what you look for in Twin Peaks. It's those three things that we go for all the time: the eats, the drinks, and those scenic views. This weekend, Prohibition was lifted in 1933, and they're celebrating the right way with Repeal Day specials offering 1930s inspired cocktails, a steal of a deal in December all through this weekend, and it'll be accompanied by the sexy lingerie costume party that we certainly do enjoy over at Twin Peaks. Big 12 Championship will be on this weekend. Lots of specials going on. Don't forget UFC next weekend, December the 11th. If you're looking for the special stocking stuffer that makes everybody happy, that's one of the great Twin Peaks merchandise, and especially the gift cards. Go by and pick up hats and merch and stuff the stockings for those that love those scenic views. 3 locations here to take care of you as the holidays begin. Host your holiday party there. Talk to the manager of one of the locations over on 151 out on De Zavala. That's my home field, by the way, and out of Park North. Twin Peaks, you head over there for those fantastic eats, and the food is always good coming out of that scratch kitchen. You know, when you walk in the door, they got a big old thermometer to tell you those drinks, oh my goodness, they're under 29 degrees. And why do we go? Well, all that's good, but what's great? It's those scenic views. Go there today and thank me later.
Ribs, burgers, chicken. Submit what you cooked on the grill or smoker, and you can win a $50 gift card from Tri-County Meat Market. Grilling with the Blitz. Online at sasportstar.com.
500,000 businesses connect using Zoom. A single platform for video, phone, chat, and conference rooms. Zoom enables real-time collaboration no matter where your teams are. Global enterprises trust the easy-to-use, reliable, and secure Zoom platform to power high-performance teams. Empower your workforce with Zoom. Save 15% on meetings, chat, and phone with a Zoom United bundle. Visit zoom.com/bundle. Zoom, how the world connects.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson, owner of the Thompson Law Firm right here in San Antonio. And for the past 27 years, I have represented people in our community who have been injured because of negligent drivers of cars, 18-wheelers, and company vehicles. I really want you to know that if you're involved in a collision, you need to contact an experienced attorney as soon as possible after the collision. All you may know about an insurance company is what you see on television. If you have ever been forced to make a claim after being injured in an auto collision, there are no jokes, no geckos, no cavemen, no professional athlete endorsers. Just you against a giant insurance company that is represented by skilled adjusters and attorneys who have one job: pay as little as possible. If you've been injured in a collision, please contact an experienced attorney as soon as possible after the collision. I, of course, want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website, alawyerforus.com. That's all one word, alawyerforus.com.
Welcome to a place where everyone deserves to be better protected, where technology has your back, where you can have better protection and keep more money in your pocket, where you can have protection for your car, your home, your phone, and even your digital identity. Welcome to a place where your entire life can be better protected. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Allstate and affiliates offer products and services subject to availability, terms, and conditions.
Colleen, can you run back and wrap that? No, you've got a customer.
The holidays came early for the Hendricks Boutique.
Yes, we'll be open even later when it gets
They'll need a temp fulfillment manager to tie up the holiday loose ends.
I need some more help at the register. Somebody? Oh, Sherry.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
They're hitting the hardwood and hooping it up. College basketball is back on the court, and we've got all the action.
A three-pointer, it's good!
The games you want to hear all through bowl season. San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN 1250 and 94.5 FM.
Hi, this is Paul Fondom, and you're listening to San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN 1250 and 94.5 FM.
Top of the hour, digging in to a nice Spurs win. But before we head out, yesterday, the new head coach of the Fighting Louisiana Tigers, LSU's Brian Kelly, was introduced to the crowd at an LSU basketball game. Now, he has lived in Louisiana now for, 100 hours? How long has it been since? I mean, it hasn't been that
not
long.
even.
Well, he has dove right into the culture. Now, listen to him speak to the crowd.
Listen to this.
And you decide if this was the Massachusetts-born and Midwestern-bred Brian Kelly of your LSU Tigers.
LSU. Thank you. Thank you. Well, this is a great way to get started. And I haven't even won all my games yet.
All right.
This is
all right.
This is getting
It's a great night to be a Tiger. I'm here with my family, and we are so excited to be in the great state of Louisiana, but more importantly,
Louisiana.
to be with you great fans and to be part of what is going to be an incredible ride here at Louisiana State University.
It's coming. He's got the draw. He said family. He didn't say Louisiana. He said Louisiana. So that's going to have to be fixed. But he's getting the culture.
You're having fun. Did you really think this is going to be a colossal
this is going
failure?
to be an abject failure. Now, I will give him a little bit of credit because he's taking a lot of abuse right now for not bringing his assistants from Notre Dame.
He tried. One of them's getting hired. The other one's like, no, I'm staying in Notre Dame.
So the best thing that could have happened to him is that not to occur. He needs those that are of the SEC to do some of the work, to get out there and get in the living rooms. You can go close.
He's got
deals, but
I know that, LSU LSU apologists are like, well, Rudy, he kept Marshall Faulk and another guy that's going to help him recruit the South.
That's fine. You're going to have to, but
I wonder if LSU hired him thinking he was going to be able to bring his assistants, though. Or is that just one of those things where you can't really bank on that?
No, I would like to have thought they told him don't.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it matters. Your connection with the high school coaches, it matters. Talk to Jeff Traylor. I mean, when we talk about his potential as a Power 5 high D1 football coach, the first thing that is brought up about him is, man, those coaches love him.
Mm-hmm.
That they will point their boys to go play for Coach Traylor. They will, tell them in practice, this is what you need to play for Traylor. This is what you need. That matters. And Kelly does not have that. He has, I wonder how many players he has recruited to Louisiana, out of Louisiana to Notre Dame. I'd like to go back and count.
Because LSU, you got to be able to recruit Houston.
Yes.
For sure. LSU's been huge in Houston. So I wonder if he has any connection to Houston at all. But again, I guess that's what he has Marshall Faulk for.
Because the way Notre Dame recruited is very different than the way LSU will recruit. Notre Dame was truly a national program in that there are probably only 2 or 3 guys in every state that fit the standards that Notre Dame had
Notre
to live
Dame,
up to.
when they start their trail, half the country's cut off.
Yeah, the grades. You just have to have it. Notre Dame is a tough school to get into, and they abide by those standards. So there's a lot of guys that Coach Kelly couldn't talk to because there was no way they could ever go. And you recruit those guys very differently than you recruit the likes that, and I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying it's different.
Yeah.
The way you bring those guys in. Now, that's why the ground crew at LSU is going to be so vital. He's going to have to become more than a Southern drawl to really fit in there. He's really going to have to adopt more than just an accent, because it just feels to me, as we sit today on December the 3rd, less than a week after he was hired, a culture class the likes of which might take a bit to get over.
Like, I've seen Nick Saban in living rooms doing the electric slide. I don't know if Brian Kelly can hit the electric slide.
The polka ain't going to work. The chicken dance ain't going to work.
You got to be able to hit the electric slide on beat, Brian.
And you had Dan Mullen showing up in Yeezys, and you had all that.
I forgot about that.
Coach Kelly walking in a button-down Midwestern tie and it just doesn't feel right. And then to see him try like that, and you could tell the crowd was like, "Who is this clown?"
Yeah,
you cheer for me, even though we haven't won all my games yet.
My family, like, he really threw in a draw.
He did. My family,
whatever.
You can now call me Red or Thibodeau.
Like Orgeron, he fit the mold to the T. Like he seemed like he was born for that gig.
Unfortunately, for Louisiana, the Raging Cajuns, he won't be the head coach. I was hoping he would because he is the Raging Cajun.
Oh, so he's not going to coach the bowl game?
Ed Orgeron is taking a year off, as I understand.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I know his son's over at McNeese State with Frank Wilson. Is that his cousin?
Mm-hmm.
His son plays QB for Frank Wilson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Orgeron's taking a year off. I'm not sure if it's by design.
It ain't by choice.
Yeah, I'm gonna get contact with my family.
He would love to be coaching again. I just think NCAA is like, bro, we need you to go away. You and your selfies
and stop
with your
hitting on
22-year-olds. Yeah, man. Go away for a little bit. Let this die down. Get back to us.
Hey, the next hour is going to be fun. Oh, go ahead.
We got championship weekend this weekend too, man.
Next hour is going to be fun. We're going to look at college football. Not only do we have a big game tonight here in San Antonio, but tomorrow it is championship day.
Yeah.
We're going to look at the Spurs when we come back. 3 straight wins. It's been a bit since we've gotten to talk about that, and we'll figure out how they got there and what they can do to take down Golden State. Can they stack 4? Spurs talk, Cowboys win, UTSA birds up, kickoff at 6. We'll get into all of it next because, well, this is a San Antonio Sports Star. You're on ESPN AM 1250 and 94.5 FM. You know, Tri-County Meat Market is, they got new winter hours. Don't get there before 10. That's just all you got to remember. They're going to be closing at 7 this weekend, 6 o'clock during the week. That's the new winter hours, but that shouldn't affect you grillers. Heading over this weekend, we've got spectacular December weather. It's not the cold's not going to keep you out. Go enjoy the 70 degrees while you're standing over a beautiful fire with the finest meats you can find in all of San Antonio, coming right out of Tri-County Meat Market's Meat Locker. Now, when you head into Tri-County, you know you're getting all the very best. Doesn't matter what you're looking for. You can guarantee and assure yourself it is the best that you can buy, whether it's the upper prime, if you're looking for Wagyu or Akaushi, you're looking for those beautiful tomahawks they've got them, porterhouses, TVs, all the great cuts of steak you want. They'll cut your own steak if you want them to, but they've got the nice thick ones just waiting for you there in the meat market. The prepared foods, oh my goodness, how long has it been since you made great fajitas at home? Great fajitas come right out of that Tri-County Meat Market. That meat is seasoned. You don't need a knife. All you need is a nice tortilla, and you're going to have a meal. On all the other prepared foods, try the Texas toothpicks. That bacon-wrapped sirloin on a toothpick. They've got it all ready for you. It is spectacular. You might not even need a steak after you go there. You're looking for a brand new rub, something new to put on your meats. They've got a great selection there and everything else that you need to go grill it. And never forget about that 5 for $25. I grab it every time I walk into a Tri-County. There is no better deal for your groceries to fill your cupboard than at Tri-County Meat Market. 5 different items, including meats, produce, and everything you need. It's a variety of meals for just $25. You cannot beat it. Tri-County Meat Market, 2 great locations, over on Huebner, out on Ralph Fair. You owe it to yourself to head out and peruse the finest meat selection you're going to find anywhere in San Antonio. TriCountyMeat.com is their website. If you're a first responder, military type, of course you're getting your 10% off your already great deals at Tri-County Meat Market. Head over to Tri-County, take a picture of what you're grilling, send it up to Jason at sasportstar.com. You can get yourself a $50 gift card. Go to Tri-County Meat this week and grill something special and thank me later.
Listeners of the Paul Feinbaum Show come from all parts of the South.
And I live in the mountains.
They're passionate about the SEC.
I've been drinking a little beer this afternoon, and I've got the feeling that we're going to beat Georgia by 3.
They're a rowdy bunch.
Woo! Yeah, pig, do it!
And they're the most honest people you will ever meet.
Yeah, I do like me. I've given up women and turned to porn.
There's nothing like the SEC. Talk SEC with Paul Feinbaum. Weekdays 2 to 4, San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN 1250 and 94.5 FM.
O'Reilly. This is Claudia's O'Reilly Auto Parts story.
I had just moved to a new city and barely even knew where the grocery store was yet. When my car wouldn't start one morning, I didn't know who to ask about local shops. But I remembered a name from back home, O'Reilly Auto Parts. I called and they pointed me to a great mechanic just down the street. Now I feel a little more at home.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
According to the folks at Goldman Sachs, one of the most stressful times of the year are the year-end holidays.
Their research discovered that 53% of all people stress about the crazy spending and 23% stress about the people who drive them crazy. With families so far apart and the holidays the perfect time for families to be together, it takes some prep time to make the time successful and not stressful. Here's a couple of pre-visit preps. First, decide it's not going to be about you, but about us. That's humility. Second, make sure the words coming out of your mouth build up and do not tear down. That's encouragement. Third, don't make everything a competition, but show interest in others. That's about listening. Fourth, be considerate of others. That's kindness. And fifth, choose to have a great attitude. That's, well, about attitude. You can find a great description of this in the Bible's letter to the Philippians, chapter 2. This is Mark Absher, the MacArthur Park Church of Christ, hoping you have a great time with family and friends in the coming weeks. Visit our church online at macarthurchurch.org. The MacArthur Park Church of Christ, connecting God and people.
An accident with a company car, truck, SUV, van, or fleet vehicle is not just another car accident. Thomas J. Henry handles serious company vehicle accident cases and gets serious results for injured clients. Visit tjhlaw.com/radio. San Antonio, Texas.
At CDW, we get the path of progress is complicated, but CDW Amplified Services experts can collaborate with you, develop roadmaps, handle deployment, and manage your environment so you can achieve your goals faster than you thought possible. From implementing advanced cybersecurity techniques to optimizing your multi-cloud environment, we'll help you design, orchestrate, and manage the solutions your organization needs so we reach the finish line together, but you get all the glory. CDW Amplified Services, people who get it. Find out more at cdw.com/services.
Texas Cheer Liquor, your one-stop shop for beer, liquor, wine, and cigars. Follow them on Facebook to keep up with specials and tastings. 4 locations, 2 on Petranco, 1 past 211, 1 at 90 in Montgomery, and the all-new Texas Cheer Liquor next to Walmart, Palo Alto Road, Suite 101.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So your wipers are streaking. It might be time for a new set. We've got a great deal to help you get the job done and be ready for the weather ahead. Right now, you can get a $15 AutoZone gift card by mail or email when you buy 2 Bosch and Vision wiper blades. And we've got even more ways to shop. Just order online with our free same-day store pickup or next-day delivery. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Start your job today at AutoZone.com. Restrictions apply.
'Twas the season of cheer and joy filled the town, except for Scrooge with his perma-frown. The gift of a Peloton bike touched his soul without doubt.
Work, Peloton.
When your workout's a joy, it's a joy to work out.
You can do it.
The original Peloton bike at our best price ever, $39 a month. All access membership separate. Terms apply. See website for details.
It's time. The field is ready. The players are pumped. The grills are fired up. Kirk Herbstreit and Marty Smith here. It's tailgate season, and for the first time ever, Eckridge is crowning a national tailgate champion.
That's right, Kirk. So you think your tailgate is the best in the country? Prove it by showing us how you do it your way.
Do you hire a marching band just for your backyard?
Do you load up your smoked sausage with more smoked sausage?
However you do it, we want to see it. Eckridge, you do you.
No purchase necessary. Ends 12/13/21. To enter and for official rules, visit eckridge.com/tailgate.
So you're a brain surgeon?
Yeah, but part-time. Part-time brain surgeon, full-time football fan.
How is that possible?
AT&T 5G. With reliable football alerts and fast streaming, I am always thinking about the game.
Well, I hope not when you're operating.
No, I operate during my football lunch breaks.
AT&T 5G is fueling full-time fans who are on the clock, even when their team isn't. It's not complicated. AT&T 5G is fast, reliable, secure. 5G requires compatible device and plan. 5G may not be available everywhere. Visit att.com/5G for you to learn more.
One team, one mission. KZDC, San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN, AM 1250 and 94.5 FM. Rob Thompson, Rudy J. R&R in the morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. It's a Birds Up Friday.
Good morning.
We have got a lot to get into in the 8 o'clock hour. We're glad you're with us. Now, for you Facebook fiends, your early risers.
What's going on?
We don't know what's going on. Now, there could be an issue with, maybe we played some music. That's another story. But we're not on Facebook right now, whatever reason. So if you're used to sitting down at your office or, wherever that office might be, kitchen table or a true office, and you're not finding us on Facebook, hey, do us a favor. Head over to your YouTube.
Yes.
Search R&R on YouTube. and listen, and do all that kind of stuff. And you can watch us just like you always do. You can talk with us. You can also watch us at SA Sports Star. You can check us out there on the regular. We'll be back up on Facebook.
And the YouTube, you can see the full conversation. Versus like Facebook, you got to go back up. With the YouTube, it's just kind of like right there. I don't know. That's
I like YouTube best, but
I like YouTube best as well.
Unfortunately, Facebook here, it seems to have blocked us. It says we're temporarily blocked. I just try it again. So
they have music issues every now and then. See, they don't realize that we actually do pay the ASCAP fees as a radio station. A lot of people play music that they don't have the rights to. We, in fact, do, but they don't have that separator out there. So, and that might be reason enough for you to always watch us on YouTube.
Great point, Rob.
Always watch us on YouTube. But if you're old like me, Facebook is kind of the landing spot, so we understand that as well. And we're talking Spurs. We're looking at the Cowboys, and of course, we're looking forward to UTSA. Does Frank Harris and this offense have enough tonight to outscore? And that's what it's going to take. Literally outscore a Western Kentucky offensive juggernaut. But first, talking about an offensive juggernaut, 114 points in the Rose Palace. That means a win for the San Antonio Spurs. They take down the Trailblazers easily last night.
Yeah. Start to finish. Brent Forbes sighting.
Good to have you back.
18 points off the bench. And again, Brent's in a situation where he has to stay ready.
Yeah, that's a pro move.
It's weird. And then in another weird move, we spent a lot of time, not a lot, but we spent a few minutes yesterday discussing Thaddeus Young's displeasure with his role. And then
here we go.
Pop rolls him out right away, like, oh, you mad? Okay, well, go out there and play.
Here's some minutes for you, Thad. 14 minutes and 8 points.
First big off the bench.
Yeah.
First big off the bench.
And maybe it was, with Pop, we forget the process that's involved with Pop and everything that he does. He doesn't do, there's an old saying, you don't take a crap without a plan. Pop doesn't do anything without a plan.
Agreed.
And we forget that plan also applies to veterans. And it's, while Thaddeus Young is an offensive guy, he's a 4-box filler. He will block, he will shoot, he will score, he will pass, he will pick, he will do the right things on offense. That's why he's a 15-year vet. But there are some things that even vets got to pick up, and defensively, Pop's system has never been easy to learn. So maybe there's a reason behind all this, and he's coming along just like we will see the rookies come along as he adopts and becomes part of the Spurs way, the Pop system. So maybe that's the case. More minutes, more time, that'll bear it out. But go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. It does show you that Pop's in a different place mentally in career, because there was a time an interview like that would not only have you DNP, you might just
ask
like, don't even travel with us. There was a time that this type of interview would get you buried at the end of a bench, let alone 14 minutes immediately after the interview. So he's just in a different space mentally, clearly.
If you were on the roster last night, you played. That's always a good game. If you were on the roster, except for Jock Landale, you did something. What did Landale do? Do we have anything? No, he went true trillionaire. Absolutely zero effect on the game other than standing on the court for 3 minutes and 44 seconds. That's hard to do.
What, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0?
And the guys that have spent time on the bench like I have, we called it being a trillionaire.
What does that mean?
You had a number at the beginning, the numbers played, and zeros all the way across. You had literally no effect on the game other than standing on the court.
That's actually pretty funny.
So that's pretty funny. You attained when you sit on a bench for a while, you have to play those kind of games. Jockstrap accounted for 0. He and Drew Eubanks got in there for 3.
What I do?
No, I mentioned his nickname, and we haven't talked about.
I know you hear it.
Oh, yeah.
Will it carry forward? Is that the kind of effort that will carry forward for the Spurs? Yes. Yes, it will. I mean, it's hard not to feel good after a win, but we can't stress enough. Young teams need practice. Young teams need it. You just got to get in there and get a sweat on and get yelled at and get stopped and told to do it again and get it right and shade the right place at the right time and do everything with precision. Young teams need that. And we saw it last night after just a couple of days of freedom with Pop to go coach his team.
Have either one of you been to San Francisco?
Yes.
You've been to San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
You've covered Pop now for 20 plus years. Mm-hmm. Where is he taking them today? If they were doing a team function, Because they got Golden State Saturday, right? The new building's in San Fran, right? Okay.
They stayed in San Francisco even when the arena was in Oakland.
Okay. If Pop were to do a team function, where do you think he's taking them today?
Well, I know that he does actually have a couple of favorite places downtown in San Francisco, but it's one of those restaurants that I'm trying to because he goes through his sommelier there. He has a wine expert.
Oh, of course, because it's Napa.
Yeah, and
that's Napa Valley
so
or whatever.
It'll be
right?
very much. It'll be tied to a vineyard probably, or at least a wine that'll be paired. But I guarantee you tonight, the food will be spectacular. It will be a team meal.
North Beach is a nice area just past Chinatown. It's a really cool place.
Beach?
Not too far away from the Four Seasons down there where I think they might stay.
I recall them going downtown. I do recall them in downtown San Francisco, not in the Castro there, but right downtown. There's a restaurant that I've heard of them going to in the past. I don't know the name of it, but yeah, it's going to be one
in
of
heaven today. Though
this is one of those team meetings that the team getaways when they get to that area. I'm sure the entire team's looking forward to this meal.
Yeah,
because it will be.
About that. I was like, they got Golden State Saturday. That's Napa. They're having some fun today.
And Pop loves to get his team together and talk wine. And talk with those young kids that really have literally no idea.
I don't.
And just sit around somebody that really is passionate about that. It's an experience.
Absolutely. Swish it around, smell it, check the lines on the glass.
And a little word to the young types.
What's up?
Whenever your boss takes you to something like that, when you're out and about, enjoy it, be a part of it. You're being graded. I'm just that's a little. If you are being invited to take part in something that your boss or your manager or your coach is passionate about, you better get passionate about it.
Interesting.
That's just a little networking thing that I told my boys. If you you're always being interviewed. You're always being met. So
absolutely.
When those young kids get out there with that, then pay attention. But it was.
Great win.
It was a great win.
3 in a row. And again, it comes back to Derek White is in a groove. I'm not saying he's not playing out of this world, but DeJounte needed a sidekick. Keldon is here and there, is hit or miss. But if he and Derek can be the backcourt that we all envisioned, wow, this could be amazing. If they're somewhat close to that, they're going to be in games.
They didn't shoot spectacularly from 3.
In the first half, they did. First half, they were on fire.
And that was the separator for the game. But at the end, it was 14-36. They shot right at 39%.
Mm-hmm.
I believe only Bryn knocked down a 3 in the second half.
And they frankly didn't need it. It wasn't like it was a necessity to keep up with a team that was hitting a bunch of threes. Right. But what they did get was early on. And it makes the game so much easier when you start out hitting threes. Dougie hit the first 3 of the game, and things never really slowed down there in the first half. And suddenly you got slicing, you got open lanes, you got everything that the Spurs are really good at.
In the second quarter. In the second quarter, it looked like they were just having fun playing basketball.
It's amazing what a couple of made threes does to a lane. Yeah. It just opens up, and we've got a bunch of slashers on this team, and you can tell that they, like you just said, we're having a good time. And thanks to Bryn for stepping in there. That's why we bring in a pro like that. And man, it's good to have McBuckets back out there because he does provide that threat.
Spacing.
That you can't double off him. You have to respect him at the line, and that's a third of the court that's going to be open every time Doug's out there. So they took advantage of it. And once again, DeJounte looks like our all-star. And you were saying last night on NBA TV, he's starting to get a little bit of national love.
I was watching NBA TV last night just to catch up on the league, as I do sometimes. And Greg Anthony said, hey, we have to start considering DeJounte Murray for a most improved player. And it's funny because, you and Karl and I just discussed yesterday, was it Jordan? Well, not yesterday. It was that Tuesday. May have been Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't remember. Would it be Jordan Poole or is it DeJounte Murray? So it's good to see somebody else seeing what we see. And it's not just us being caught up in being in San Antonio. Greg Anthony's where's NBA TV studios?
They're in Atlanta.
Yeah, they're in Atlanta.
Oh, they're in Atlanta okay. So someone like Greg Anthony to notice it as well.
Have we had a game where all of the young dudes have played well? I mean, went from Lonnie to Devin to DeJounte to Derek. And
I won't say the Milwaukee game.
Okay.
Even the Wizards game earlier this week, I thought pretty much all the young guys that played, I think Vizell was out, obviously. So, but the young guys that did play played well.
And I see Devin got 10 minutes last night. That's really the reason I brought it up.
And he's still day-to-day. It tightened up on him yesterday. He was on a little not a minutes restriction. He just didn't play because it tightened up on him in the second half.
Makes some sense. But now the next part of the incremental growth that is this season is to get, 3 dudes playing well together, on a regular basis, and then get 4 guys that suddenly feel really good together, because first step is done. We've got Derek and DeJounte. They are playing like a cohesive unit, and it shows. 3 straight wins. Next, let's add another player that all 3 are all on the same page 90% of the time.
Keldon and Vassell are both very capable of that.
Oh, no, I have no doubt.
They're both capable of that.
But the issue will be health. The issue will be, time and score.
Yeah.
I mean, because there are appropriate times to do things. But as we sit today, the Spurs are as good as this young team has looked. That was the best game this team has played all season. Can we say that?
Yes, and I don't want to diminish the win, but Damian Lillard also was out.
But sometimes you just need to go kick some ass.
I feel like with Dame out, it's fair. Like, I feel like they're Portland no star. We really don't have superstar at that point. Does that make sense?
No, it does. It does. We don't have a Dame even on our best day.
The Spurs defeated a team they should have. Let's just leave it at that. They're at their 7 wins.
Yes,
Pop count is 19.
That was a win that they should have gotten. We talked about it yesterday. They didn't have Dame. There's some questions going on there. They're in a holding pattern right now, and I don't know what Chauncey Billups is doing, but post game, whenever I hear a coach bring up the effort word, you got
Chauncey
problems.
Is even when Dame is there, Chauncey wants them to be an image of his Pistons, meaning there is no superstar. We're just going to move the ball. Like, he doesn't want Dame trying to beat double teams. He's stressed. He played under Larry. He got his ring under Larry Brown. Larry Brown and Pop, what did they play? What did they stress? Play the right way.
Right.
Make
good to better, better to best.
There we go. That's what Chauncey's trying to do, and it's taking CJ and Dame a while to adjust to. Like, I could just beat this guy in front of me. Like, what are you talking about, Chauncey? Like, Chauncey doesn't want that.
And in all fairness, Terry Stotts really did run an offense predicated on those two getting open looks off a lot of screens. And I don't think that it's anywhere near the same offense that Terry Stotts ran, because obviously it's a different coach. It's a little more defensive minded.
Yeah, Terry Stotts was a star coach. He fed his stars.
Yeah, it was.
Dave was going to get the ball. CJ was going to get the ball. And then everybody came second. And I agree with you. Billups has a different idea. But he doesn't have the manpower, because that system works, which is kind of like what the Spurs are trying to do.
Yeah, that's what the Spurs do.
It only works is if you're playing defense. It only works if you have consistent defensive pressure, because those turnovers is what feeds the dogs, what feeds the other dudes. And if you're not able to do that, then you're going to get beat pretty regularly, and you're going to look like an 83-point team like they were last night. They are understaffed and under-efforting. That wasn't a hard-fought game by any stretch.
No.
They weren't eager. They gave a little bit in the third quarter, but both teams collapsed in the third quarter.
Yeah, it was an ugly third quarter. Disgusting.
Portland is much worse of a team than I thought they were. But that's fine. But the Spurs treated them as such. They whooped them.
Yeah.
They whooped them. There was never any doubt. They were never behind the entire game on the road.
Now I got Golden State tomorrow night.
Let's get everybody caught up with the headlines. They come fast and furious on a Friday, and Karl will give them to you in just that manner. It's time for the 411 and the 210.
Here's the 411 in the 210. Headline 2.
Soreness and surgically repaired foot delays return of New Orleans Pelicans star Zion Williamson, as he was supposed to practice in his first full practice on Thursday, but he was held out because of soreness he had been experiencing the last few days. While not a sharp pain, the soreness has persisted. The team doesn't believe it'll be a major issue moving forward, but they are proceeding with caution.
This is getting if I'm the Pelicans upper management, I'm worried. Not because of the injury. Well, yes, because of the injury, because of the weight and all that thing, but this just feels like the end is near. It just feels like he's going to be asking out very soon.
Right. And I'm not. You mean the end is near with the Pelicans, or the end is near for a career?
The Pelicans.
Okay.
I haven't given up on his career yet.
There was a 30 for 30, and for those of an age, you'll actually remember when this went down. But Marcus Dupree, football player for Oklahoma. The title of the 30 for 30 was the best that never was.
Okay.
When Marcus Dupree was at OU, he was the next Earl Campbell. For a season and a half, he was as good a running back who's ever set foot on any football field anywhere. went into the USFL and just was not physically or mentally capable of being a professional and disappeared. But the skill and what we saw in the field was much like what we saw with Zion at Duke and in high school.
Yeah.
I'm afraid we're headed toward our best there never was scenario here with Zion. Because it's not just the injury, it is where the injury is. It's feet. And that's not a thing that I saw it derail
and knees.
More than one. Bill Walton's the one that comes to mind immediately. If your feet are bad, it doesn't matter anything else. You can't play. Now, and you're also talking knee. We're talking weight that he seems unable or unwilling to control.
Unwilling. You have $90 million from Jordan and you have a lot from the Pelicans. You can lose the weight. He's unwilling to.
Eat the healthy gumbo.
Whatever it takes, man. So when you combine all of this, I have never been more excited to see a kid come into the NBA as I was for Zion. The things that I've seen physically that he can do, no human has been able to do that I've ever seen.
No, not as a freshman in high school. I saw some crazy things.
The physicality that he provided is going to be his downfall. His body isn't going to be able to take it unless he takes some serious measures, and it's not going to be with New Orleans. I hope this doesn't end up the way I see it ending up. Unfortunate.
Headline 1.
ESPN 300 running back Raleek Brown joins former Oklahoma Sooners coach Lincoln Riley at USC. Brown is the number 60 ranked recruit overall and the number 6 ranked running back out of Mater Dei High School in Santa Ana, California. He had been committed to Oklahoma but decommitted from the Sooners on Wednesday. Brown was vocal about the impact he felt when Riley left Oklahoma for USC. He's excited he gets to stay home.
Are we enjoying this?
Can we keep these updates? Keep
Absolutely.
these updates coming. Like every time someone goes, I want it. I'm going to enjoy thoroughly laughing at OU.
They are screwed.
Another running back decommitted from OU and went to Ohio State yesterday.
Even better. Every time someone leaves, please put it in the headlines. Can I request that?
I can. Yeah,
I think
can
Rob's down too.
I'm absolutely
Rob, you down?
I'm down. I want to hear every rat jumping ship. I want to hear every transfer portal. And we haven't even gotten, they don't have a coach, and they're the last man standing. Are they going to go get Luke Fickell? Is the Cincinnati coach the only one that's available?
That's right. They don't have a coach. Where's your coach?
Things are getting bleak in Oklahoma. They might have a worse entry into the SEC than Texas.
Ooh, you threw me a curve. I went down looking. I don't know.
I mean, you got
I don't know about that, Rob.
I
don't know about that, Rob.
Well,
Texas is bad. They didn't even make a bowl.
All you are is your bench and your recruiting as a college team. Now, I'm not talking about as we sit today, but you lose the likes of the quarterbacks and running backs that they're losing. That pays the price 2 years from now when they enter the SEC. Who's going to take the OU job? They're going to have to sit in some living rooms. They're going to have to get busy, and they got to hire somebody.
Stoops might come save them. I'll come coach for 2 years till y'all figure this out.
I'm glad you brought it up. It seems to be the easiest choice if he will just take it. But you're going to have to convince me, and more importantly, the recruits that you're here for 4 years.
Yeah. When is Sark going to decommit? It was asked on YouTube.
It's too late.
Too late.
Too much money in that bank account. Moving along. As long as OU sucks, we're happy.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers wide receiver Antonio Brown suspended 3 games for a COVID-19 violation. The league and players union found out that Brown was among 3 players who misrepresented their vaccine statuses. A former personal chef of Brown said that earlier this month, the wide receiver had obtained a fake COVID-19 vaccine card over the summer. Also suspended for 3 games were Bucs backup safety Mike Edwards and free agent wide receiver John Franklin III, who Tampa waived in August. All 3 players accepted their discipline and will not appeal, according to the NFL.
Remember when he said, the card, I got vaxxed. That's an easy check. That's an easy check.
So according to Schefter, once Tampa let him know, like, your car looks shaky, he went and got vaxxed.
Oh, so he is now
He is vaxxed now, but like it was like, bro, it's like going to get insurance after the wreck.
And saying that.
Like, yeah, you were. Is this worse than Aaron?
He didn't lie. Aaron didn't lie. He equivocated.
That's the debate today. Like, well, why isn't Aaron get suspended? He only got fined $14,000. I think there's there's a difference, right?
So Aaron Rodgers only said he was immunized and misled. Immunized was
But
the
he
word
didn't bring a
used
fake.
because
He didn't bring a fake card, which is a felony to the
He
building.
equivocated.
Yes.
He parsed words.
Yeah.
So, and Green Bay knew he wasn't that.
Exactly.
Right? And this is totally different. Like Tampa's
This is
operating under the
faking it.
precedent that he's good.
No, and in fact he's a lying liar who
And
lies.
the fact that none of them appealed speaks volumes. Like, yeah, y'all got us.
I'll tell you, anybody who would rent, lease, provide service, do anything for Antonio Brown who does not take the money up front or anything with him, I wouldn't trust him with anything of mine at any point. He is a low-down, dirty, lying scumbag. He is. And every time we hear about Antonio Brown, apart from catching touchdowns, it is something. He's lying, he's cheating, he's stealing, he's thugging, he's all of this.
Ain't paying his chef.
He is literally one of the worst human beings out there.
Yeah, it takes a special person also to go get a fake Vax card. Like, come on, bro.
To separate yourself from the average, just low down, I got money, you don't kind of, professional athlete behavior. To become more than that on a variety of different schemes for a variety of different teams, you're just a dirtbag, man. There's no getting around it.
Do you think that Tampa Bay police or maybe the FBI step in here and get these fake cards and charge them with the felony since it's made news?
Because I have a feeling if I went and investigated Antonio Brown, I'd find something.
I don't know.
Something
I don't know. That's a
dastardly.
good question.
I mean, he's doing something illegal or immoral all the time. It just, Tom Brady will bend over backwards for this cat. Let him live in his house.
Yeah, Tom loves some AB.
Dude, I question your decision making. You're judged by the friends you keep.
Tom is like, look, I don't need you to be a choir boy. Tom just wants you to catch touchdowns and get him to 10. Like, Tom is not worried. Again, he played with Aaron Hernandez. Tom could care less if you're a Christian.
And I guess it really doesn't matter at the end of the day.
Right.
But I wouldn't trust Antonio Brown with my shoelaces.
I wouldn't either. I would not either.
I wouldn't trust you with anything of mine ever because if it comes down to it, you choose you every time.
Yeah.
Moving on.
That's the 411 and a 210.
Look around the NFL coming up. And UTSA. It's a football Friday. We don't have too many of them left. UTSA kicks at 6. The pregame gets going about noon, I guess, the tailgate.
I think I want to say the tailgate gates open at 12.
At noon?
I want to say that, but I could be wrong. So if I'm wrong, someone hit me up.
We'll talk football. That matters. Cowboys and Roadrunners. And we got some tickets to give away. Sammy Hagar is coming to San Antonio tomorrow night out at the Aztec. You want to go? Hang on tight. We're giving them away in just about 20 minutes. Looking in the UTSA Roadrunner direction, are the Birds up for a Hilltopper victory? Can they take Conference USA? Let's look close at it next. This is R&R in the Morning. You Lucky Devils are on ESPN AM 1250 and 94.5 FM.
I had a great experience from start to finish. Website was easy to use. Gave them a vehicle info along with a couple photos. I immediately got a text message asking when a good time would be to chat with a representative. They called when they said they would and gave me a range estimate pending in-person inspection. The range was very reasonable, not super broad. I made an appointment to take in the local office. Staff was super friendly and ready for me. Inspected my vehicle, then honored the initial estimate, falling right in the middle of the range. It was so refreshing not to play the games dealerships play. These folks didn't waste time. Less than an hour in their office, start to finish. Highly recommended. 5-star Google review for CarZeus. So again, there you have it all right there. Everything we talk about every day. Upload the photos, get your estimate, bring in the car, and we figure it out, in and out, less than an hour. Google review, it is what it is. That's a 5-star. So go to carzeus.com. That's carzeus.com. Or if you don't want to sell your car, maybe grandma has a car she needs to get rid of, go to carzeus.com/referral. Walk grandma through it. Y'all get rid of that car and then get yourself some Amazon money. If they buy grandma's car, you get $500 in Amazon money and you can split it $250 each. Go Christmas shopping. That's carzeus.com. That's carzeus.com.
ESPN AM 1250 and 94.5 FM.
The Dallas Cowboys bounced back and took a Thursday night win against the New Orleans Saints, 27-17. CeeDee Lamb returned to the field and had 122 yards of total offense to help the Cowboys to the victory. The San Antonio Spurs won their third straight last night in Portland, defeating the Blazers 114-83. Bryn Forbes led the Spurs in scoring with 18 points off of the bench. And in Cedar Park, the Austin Spurs win in double overtime, 108-105 against the Greensboro Swarm. Spurs rookie Josh Primo had 19 points and 9 assists on assignment. And it's finally game day at the Alamo Dome. UTSA and Western Kentucky will square off for the Conference USA Championship. Kickoff is at 6, and the Dome is expected to be packed with the lower bowl sold out. For San Antonio Sports Star, I'm Karl Schoening.
O'Reilly. This is Claudia's O'Reilly Auto Parts story.
I had just moved to a new city and barely even knew where the grocery store was yet. When my car wouldn't start one morning, I didn't know who to ask about local shops. But I remembered a name from back home, O'Reilly Auto Parts. I called and they pointed me to a great mechanic just down the street. Now I feel a little more at home.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson, owner of the Thompson Law Firm right here in San Antonio. And for the past 27 years, I have represented people in our community who have been injured because of negligent drivers of cars, 18-wheelers, and company vehicles. I really want you to know that if you're involved in a collision, you need to contact an experienced attorney as soon as possible after the collision. All you may know about an insurance company is what you see on television. If you have ever been forced to make a claim after being injured in an auto collision, there are no jokes, no geckos, no cavemen, no professional athlete endorsers. Just you against a giant insurance company that is represented by skilled adjusters and attorneys who have one job: pay as little as possible. If you've been injured in a collision, please contact an experienced attorney as soon as possible after the collision. I, of course, want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website, alawyerforus.com. That's all one word, alawyerforus.com.
500,000 businesses connect using Zoom, a single platform for video, phone, chat, and conference rooms. Zoom enables real-time collaboration no matter where your teams are. Global enterprises trust the easy-to-use, reliable, and secure Zoom platform to power high-performance teams. Empower your workforce with Zoom. Save 15% on meetings, chat, and phone with a Zoom United bundle. Visit zoom.com/bundle. Zoom, how the world connects.
'Tis the season for savings at Mother's Window Tint, your car stereo and auto security headquarters. Save on 3M Window Tint, 100% legal to get your car dark, dark, dark. This is Texas, baby. 'Tis the season for dark window tint. We do tint front windshields. Yes, 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 we do. And it's perfectly legal, too. At Mother's Window Tint, 'tis the season to make your car go thump, thump, thump. Mother thump. Save on car stereos, amplifiers, and speakers. Save on car alarms. Save on remote starters. Stores in Austin and San Antonio. And on the web at motherswindowtint.com. Are you a people person and like cars? Maybe you can join our team. Contact us by Facebook or on our website, motherswindowtint.com. 'Tis the season to remember. Do it at Mothers and save.
Shop on eBay this holiday season to get more for your dough on stand mixers, or get more for your buck on this season's hottest tech and gaming gear. And on eBay, you can even get more Cyber Monday rewind the clock deals. Cyber Monday prices are back for one day only. Get more and save more on premium brands with eBay's can't miss Monday deals. Get more when you get it on eBay.
The Siriusxm Listen Free event is on now through December 6th. Enjoy over 100 channels free on the radio in your car, including ESPNU Radio, Fantasy Sports Radio, Mad Dog Radio, ad-free music of every kind, plus incredible entertainment. Hear even more free on the Siriusxm app, including channels dedicated to the ACC, Big 10, Big 12, Pac-12, and SEC. We've already turned it on in your car, so press the button and enjoy.
Home of the jolliest bunch of this side of the Nut House. San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN 1250 and 94.5 FM.
Feel real good, wave your hands in the air and lick 2 shots in the atmosphere.
Hot Mike here on R&R in the morning. He's Rudy. I'm Rob. We're so glad you're with us on a Friday. We made it.
Thank you.
8:34 in the blessed AM. Karl's going to drive this boat all the way until 10 o'clock. Don't forget, halftime goes live at noon with Michael Jimenez, and he's pulling double rookie duty today.
So he goes 12-2, then he gets a break, then he's back 4-6.
Carrying the bags.
Hey, get the bag. Hey, bring the donuts, rookie, and they better be warm.
They better be, or we're turning your ass around.
Who was that? Kevin Garnett used to send you back if the donuts weren't hot. That would suck.
Nothing like a little bit of in-house hazing. He'll be with Quinn Hudson today, a Rock the Mic champ, as he gets 4-6 duty, as Jason Minix has taken the day to head down to the Roadrunner game.
Like, he didn't make, like, Jason, that's when you know you're a vet, when you don't even lie.
No.
Like, you don't say, like, I got a dentist appointment, my wife, this or that. He's like, hey, Mike, you're doing blitz. I'm going to the game.
I told
parking lot's open at 11.
At 11, go ahead. We need a good tailgate day.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
just break out of here early and just go meet them there.
I'm down.
That shot board going to be there today?
Oh, that's shot ski.
The
It's
shot
a ski.
That's what it was. The shot ski.
I get boosterized at 1:30, and I'm going to see if I
good
can
for
get
you.
it early.
Good for you.
Good job.
Boosterized.
Boosterized. Is that a thing? You sounded like Aaron Rodgers.
That was the joke.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He's been boosterized.
I
Hey,
like it, though. I'm rolling with that.
A week from today,
Okay.
the Trans-Siberian Orchestra
Yes.
will be performing at our beautiful AT&T. And all week we've been giving away tickets to go see. And we've been telling them for those to win, we didn't have a number. We had a little bit of a contest. You had to sing for your supper. You had to win it by singing your Christmas favorite Christmas song. So
what are we doing today?
Today, let's do the same thing. But let's take this to the people.
Okay.
This is our last pair. That we're out after this. So the ultimate pair of tickets will be won by someone in the next couple of minutes when they dial 656-3776, 656-ESPN.
On air?
On air. Karl's gotten to enjoy the talents of our city over the last week, and we haven't heard. Now, I know Gary won one of them, and I don't know who Gary is, and I was told he can't sing. Well, I want to make sure whoever does get it gives us a good college try.
So I don't expect the phones to light up as much now.
Oh, we'll see.
Because they got to sing on air.
You're going to have to sing on air.
These are TSO?
This
is
is for the rockin'
TSOs.
TSO. These people have traveled the world to bring to you a Christmas extravaganza, the likes of which nobody else is doing.
Yeah, so what's the number so they can call?
656-3776, 656-ESPN. If we can just get a couple on there, that's all we're asking.
We only need a couple. We only need one.
This is value here. This is not something that just gets thrown off the top of a
Agreed.
building. You got to go buy these tickets. You
I
got
agree.
to earn them. And you
I
don't
agree.
have to be a great singer. You don't even have to sing very long.
Yeah.
But you do got to sing.
On air. This is going to be fun.
You got to make my day.
I remember we did It's the Blitz contest when you were off. It got pretty
There
good.
were
It
a
was
couple
pretty
good ones.
There was a couple good
Yeah,
ones.
Would y'all like to hear Ronald? He's the first one
Yeah,
to call
we
in.
got Ronald already on
we
there.
ready?
And, he might just win it outright right now, depending on what he does. But we are going to have a
faithful, joyful, and triumphant. O come ye to Bethlehem.
I don't know who's going to beat that.
Good job. Who was that?
That was Ronald. He's on hold.
Ronald,
now.
don't go anywhere,
Don't
baby.
hang up,
That was
Ronald.
we started. See, you were worried, Rudy.
I was. And now they're full. The lines are full.
He stepped up, delivered it.
What song was that?
That was "O Come All You Faithful."
That's right.
Should we allow that one to be sung again, or should we ask for another
Whatever.
little Christmas tune? Let's move along. Who do we got next? He's answering phones.
Donald is on. Donald, give it a shot.
Donald, welcome on, man. Let's hear it. Oh, he's free.
Just doing a Christmas song?
Sing me a Christmas song, Donald. Make us feel good. Put us in the spirit.
All right. How about have a jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if there'll be snow. Have a cup of beer.
I appreciate it.
Jolly Christmas. Good enough?
Hey, man, that's good. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. Stay on hold. Let's move down the row.
Jonathan C. will now be coming on.
Jonathan, welcome aboard, man.
All right, here I go. I've been waiting for a girl like you to come into my life.
See, now I know Jonathan last night had a few. I witnessed it.
All
So
right,
I'm going to
we
give
both did,
him
we
a
both did.
pass because we're singing Christmas songs, bruh.
Who was that? That was I know that song.
It was, yeah, I wanted to,
Yeah.
it was
I've been waiting for a girl like you.
I got to keep with the theme from last night, Rob.
Yeah, what happens at the R&J Saloon stays at the R&J Saloon, Jonathan. You know better than that.
Yes, sir.
We need a Christmas song. Quick, let's hear one.
Have a holly jolly Christmas.
Hey.
It's the best time of the year.
Jonathan, we love you, but you're not even in third place. Moving on.
Hey, love you, Jonathan.
We love you, man.
This is Jesse.
Good morning.
Morning, Jesse.
Morning.
Welcome on, man. You're swinging for the fences now. If you hit it, you can win it. Let's do it.
Feliz Navidad.
Hey.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Próspero año y felicidad.
I appreciate that he had all the
I
lyrics.
wish you a Merry Christmas.
Come on.
One more. You got to finish out. You can't leave the riff hanging there. You got to wish you a Merry Christmas.
I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart.
All right, hold on. All right, let's take a vote. What do we think here? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Anybody? What? Just hold up your fingers. What do you think? We'll go with number 1 because he stepped up, he led off and hit a home run. Hold on. Number 1, our very first call is
Ronald, wasn't it?
Ronald. Hold on. Everybody else, we thank you so much for playing. We'll have some Sammy Hagar tickets just around the corner to give away, but I do believe that was all for the TSO.
Great job, everybody.
Yes.
Thank y'all thanks for being team players and participating. Appreciate y'all.
Rudy didn't think we had it in us.
I didn't think that people were going to want to really get on air on a show as popular as this one and actually sing.
I
put
needed some
themselves
caroling.
out there.
I needed some caroling. I haven't seen a caroler in quite some time.
Is your radio already tuned to Christmas
It
music?
is already. Are
you serious?
Yeah, I listen to Christmas music. I'm not Scrooge.
Christmas music makes you spend money. That's what I've been told.
It does. And what I like is hearing all like the 9 different versions of the same song.
Oh, gotcha.
You got your Johnny Mathis version of a song, and then you got your Bing Crosby, and then you got your modern versions. Mariah Carey, of course, but no one can touch the Mariah Carey song. That's hers forever. I don't think anybody will ever be able to do it other than her. All I want for Christmas.
That's a hot take.
I mean, it is.
That's a hot take.
Has anybody tried? I don't think so. Maybe it's too soon, but that's hers, right?
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, it's a hot take, but I think you're right.
I think that's how I'll remember her. That's how I'll choose to. Not her and Nick Cannon. I can tell you that.
All I want for Christmas. Yeah, that's hers.
That's all hers.
Yeah, that's Mariah's. You're right.
When we come back, we're going to tell you what to cheer for.
Ooh, it's that time?
It is time to figure out what we're going to cheer for. And we have an assignment for you with Texas Cheer Liquor. Do they carry absinthe?
Absinthe?
Absinthe. We were talking about it in the break.
I'll have to ask. The owner listens. If he's listening, I hope he's listening.
And
absinthe.
Can you even buy it?
I don't know.
I hear it's legal. I've had it, but I haven't had it in this country.
Absinthe. I've never heard of that.
It's
but if it's what you
turpentine, basically.
Yeah, from what you told me what it is, I don't know if it doesn't sound legal.
No, it doesn't. There are lots of stories. I think Frankenstein was evidently written under the influence,
really,
of absinthe. One of the great horror
home
movies.
run. I'll need me some absinthe then. Maybe I can make me a movie.
I can't even begin to fathom what a hangover would feel like after drinking something like that.
You're probably out for a couple of days.
You're probably regretting what you did.
Yeah, because then all your superpowers are gone.
Are we cheering for U of H?
You are.
I'm just
damn Scrooge.
Should I cheer for U of H to knock out Cincinnati? Or what the nice thing to do is, hey, it's been a pleasure to watch the Outsiders.
We need to find out if these non-power fives belong. So I want them in.
You know what? That might be just enough to convince me. What are you going to cheer for? We're going to tell you what we're cheering for next. What are you going to tip a glass from Texas Cheer Liquor and celebrate in? And the obvious ones are, of course, the Roadrunners. We'll look down that list. What are you cheering for this weekend? Comes up next in the 9 o'clock. We're going to pick the teams for you. It's time for you to go win yourself a $50 gift card to Pinkerton's Barbecue and to Mellow Mushroom as we do our NFL pick'ems. We hope to see Sean Rima, Spurs win, Cowboys win. All is right in the world. The only perfection. We need 3 for 3. We need the UTSA Roadrunners to get it tonight. Hold on tight. This is R&R in the Morning, and you are on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250 and 94.5 FM.
Speaking of what to cheer for, Rob is such a professional. Great segue. Join Texas Cheer Liquor this Saturday afternoon, December 4th, tomorrow, from noon to 3 at the Texas Cheer Liquor number 1. Only at the Texas Cheer Liquor number 1. That's on Petranco, past 211. From 12 to 3, they're going to do their Christmas holiday engraving and tasting. Purchase any bottle of Woodford Reserve, Gentleman Jack, Jack Daniel's Single Barrel, or Herradura Tequila and have the bottle engraved at no extra charge. So all you got to do, you actually got to go pick up one for Pledge. So I got you, Pledge. Have it engraved at no extra cost. So all you do is buy the bottle. They do the engraving. That's at Texas Cheer Liquor number 1. Petranco all the way down past 211. Let's not forget about the fact that while you're there, you can pick up some beer, some wine, some liquor, or cigars. One-stop shop. They do have the app, the Texas Cheer Liquor app. They have the TexasCheerLiquor.com. If you want to just DoorDash, you want a delivery, they do it all. They try their best to make anything and everything convenient as possible for you. So there's 4 locations, but this week we're focused on Texas Cheer Liquor number 1. Tomorrow afternoon, noon to 3, Christmas holiday engraving and tasting. Woodford Reserve, Gentleman Jack, Jack Daniel's Single Barrel, and Herradura Tequila have the bottle engraved at no extra charge. That's Texas Cheer Liquor number 1.
Get your college game on. Get ready for the fight songs. It's college football. Touchdown. What a catch. Hear it live on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN 1250 and 94.5 FM.
1911 Cigars in Cibolo is the premier cigar lounge in South Texas and a must-stop for holiday shopping. Get your stocking stuffers at 1911 Cigars, like cutters, lighters, 5-packs of cigars, and 1911 gear, shirts, hats, whiskey glasses, coasters, and more. 1911 Cigars also offers gift cards, memberships, and lockers. Make your holiday shopping easy and go buy 1911 Cigars at 207 South Main Street in Cibolo. Online at 1911cigars.com.
At CDW, we get new work environments can bring new distractions.
My kitchen is my new office. It's also home to our new family smoothie machine.
While CDW experts can pre-configure Dell Latitude 9000 series laptops with built-in AI that learns how users work to minimize disruptions and help you and your organization stay productive. Ooh, even when life gets messy.
I'll get the hose.
For technology that helps you adapt, trust Dell Technologies and IT Orchestration by CDW. People who get it. Learn more at cdw.com/Dell Client.
Finding the right Medicare plan may feel impossible, but now it's anything but. With Walgreens Find RX coverage tool, you can compare plans online, over the phone, or in person, making Medicare easier than ever. Easier than picking which true crime doc to watch, figuring out that Wi-Fi password, or putting the duvet cover back on. So if you can do those things, with Find RX coverage, you can definitely Medicare. Find the plan that's right for you by visiting walgreens.com/Medicare.
When you're sick, injured, or experiencing a medical problem of any kind, the last thing you want to do is leave your home to find medical care. Now, thanks to Dispatch Health, you don't have to, because Dispatch Health comes to you. That's right. Receive high-quality care from expertly trained medical professionals in the comfort of your own home when you need it. Just call or click, and Dispatch Health comes to your home, able to treat common to complex illnesses and injuries. It's really that simple. Go to dispatchhealth.com now to learn more and download the app so you're always just the touch of a button away from the quality health care you need. Dispatch Health is affordable and in-network with most health insurance plans, including Medicare. It's true, high-quality care from expertly trained medical professionals in the ease and comfort of your own home, all for an affordable price. So the next time you're sick or injured, stay home, stay comfortable, and let Dispatch Health come to you. Go to dispatchhealth.com and say hello to the modern-day house call. That's dispatchhealth.com. Go to dispatchhealth.com.
New FanDuel fantasy players. Your day is about to get 20% better. Start playing fantasy this football season, and FanDuel will give you a 20% bonus on your first deposit, up to $500. That's a big-time bonus, and all you need to do to claim it is make your first deposit. If you've never tried FanDuel, now is the perfect time to jump in. You'll love playing fantasy football on FanDuel. Not only is it easy to start, but you can set new lineups every game day, keeping the action fresh all season long. There are many types of game formats to choose from, and you can even play private contests with your friends. There's an awesome slate of games on hand this week and every week. So what are you waiting for? Get in on all the excitement and experience season-long wins without the season-long waits. Sign up today at FanDuel.com/play to claim your bonus and start playing today. That's FanDuel.com/play. Age and location restrictions apply. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires after 30 days.
2 teams, 22 players, and over 100,000 screaming maniacs. Your home for Cowboys football on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250 and 94.5 FM.
We've got the damn mic. San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250 and 94.5 FM.
You don't mind them brake lights, we'll get you there.
Yes, indeed.
This is R&R in the Morning here on San Antonio Sports Star. He's Rudy J. I am Rob Thompson. He's Karl Schoenig. One of us is wearing Road Runner. Show it. Hope you're watching this on our YouTube feed. If you're trying to get onto our Facebook feed and wondering what the hell's going on, we're not sure. But you can go to YouTube. You can go to SA Sports Star and watch us live. We appreciate all those that chime in on the regular. Please shout out to us. Let us know you're there as we carry this thing to the 10 o'clock hour. So this weekend, it is conference championship weekend. It is the time we get to figure out who's going to play in our favorite bowl games, who's going to be separated, who's going to be mad. What are you cheering for this weekend? Now, normally I dive in on the F1s. I think everybody knows my stance there. Max Verstappen, he's going to be racing in Saudi this week. He's going to just separate himself from that cheater that has been, that is named Lewis Hamilton. But I'm cheering for the University of Houston. University of Houston is taking on Cincinnati in the the Conference USA, the AAC championship. Big deal. I hadn't thought about Houston in a bit. You made a valid point just a bit ago that maybe it's an opportunity for us to finally see a group of 5 team, and can they compete? Maybe we need to see this for some proof, because Cincinnati's heading into the Big 12. They're going to get their opportunity. But I root for chaos in this situation, because there is, it's Georgia and everybody else, but I want chaos. I want Houston to win. It's not that I don't want Cincinnati. I don't like them. I just want to see chaos. I want to see Michigan lose. I want to see Iowa beat them. I'd like to see Baylor beat Oklahoma State. I want the committee to be held to account for what they're doing. I want to see them do the right thing, if it's possible, to fit 6 good teams into 4 slots.
Okay, so you're cheering for Houston. You're cheering for chaos.
I'm cheering for chaos, and Houston is the easiest and the first domino to push.
It's not until Monday, but I am cheering for the New England Patriots. They play Buffalo. It's the game of the week.
Why?
Because I like this whole Mac Jones, Tom Brady, Bill Belichick storyline.
I got you.
I like the storyline. I wouldn't mind seeing this, continue. Mac Jones, left for dead. He's only good because he played at Alabama. So I'm cheering for them, man.
Is this more about Belichick, proving that Belichick is this kind of great coach?
I'm a Tom guy. I just want to see I just like the storyline. We're in the storyline business more than we are game by game business. So I'm down with this storyline. Oh my gosh, the Patriots are back the year after Tampa versus Patriots in the Super Bowl.
As you bring this up, I was looking at some numbers for for New England.
Okay.
And the amount of money that they spent in the offseason on defense, and how much it is paying off, and how the investment has really come has really helped them. And it shouldn't be of any surprise, because Belichick has always been the master of the free agent.
Better than the draft. He's free agent. He's better in free agency than he is in the draft.
It is. It's a very difficult way to operate, because you do have to rely on the fickle nature of free agency.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are able to do that, it's the same way in college football when what's his name, Snyder at Kansas State lived off of junior college transfers. And a lot of other coaches have tried to do that. It just doesn't work out very well. But he was always successful at that. And there are certain coaches that just have the ability to find what you do well and always ensure that's all we ever ask you to do.
Agree.
And that has proven Belichick. I'm looking for some of the dollars that New England has spent, and we'll pull it up in a bit. But yes, Karl, who are you cheering for this weekend? And obviously, we're all in on Roadrunners. Birds up for sure.
Yes, of course.
But the obvious ones aside, who are you looking at this weekend?
The Greensboro Swarm are in Austin again for their second game in a row this evening as they have a little 2-game series going on. So I want Primo and Wieskamp to kind of build off of last night. They both had really strong second halves.
Are you working that game again tonight?
No, that one's actually the first one on Bally with Fabricio Alberto and Dan Weiss.
Oh.
They always do the Bally games. They get like 10 a year.
What, for the Austin Spurs?
Austin Spurs. Mm-hmm.
They're not better than you, though.
I appreciate that.
It has nothing to do with that.
I know.
I'm
just giving props to my guy.
We failed to mention that our Austin Spurs did win last night.
That's correct. And Joe Wieskamp, it was in double overtime. Joe Wieskamp had, I think, a 14-point fourth quarter. So, that was pretty good. And Primo had 19 and 9.
But
James Bouknight was out there. Kai Jones was also on assignment. So the 2 first-round picks from the Hornets were on there. So it's not just the Spurs.
How did Bouknight look?
Not like a guy that came in averaging 29 points in the G League. He didn't. Wow. I think he only finished with 17. And Primo did a good job defending him most of the evening.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
But Primo started slow.
Yes, Primo went like 0 of 7 from 3 to start off. And he should have hit 2 threes, but they called one of them a 2. So he only went 1 of 10 from deep.
One more tonight against the Swarm.
Yeah.
Not impressed with Ball's on that team.
You haven't been impressed with Kai Jones at all.
Yeah, he's been sending us updates on Kai. You're down on Kai.
Who, by the way, was the number 1 pick for the Hornets.
Okay.
Yeah, I enjoyed him, but he was the 6th man of the year in the Big 12, so that means he wasn't starting for the Longhorns last year. He becomes a first-round pick because of that, his athleticism, but I think his feel for the game isn't quite there, and maybe
yet or never going to be there.
It's just not there at the moment. He's a freak athlete, obviously, but he wasn't in the game at the end of the fourth quarter, and
you can't shoot.
Yeah, and Vernon Carey, Jr. is a very good player for them.
He's a moose.
Yeah, he's huge. Yeah. He's getting the minutes down low for them. So yeah, they have
that's a good G League team.
The Swarm are pretty good, but they're 1-6 overall, or 1-7 now. Yeah,
I shouldn't say good, talented.
They're very talented.
There you go, Rob. That's the word.
Angelo Ball's on the bench shooting 50%. So yeah, they're all over the place, but they have some good players that made last night a fun game to watch.
You know, over the last 2 years, and this is working. As I preface what I'm about to say, the G League idea is working, and the G League and its popularity is steadily growing. People ask me about the G League now. I mean, literally, we talk G League, and that was not. I mean,
that wasn't always the case.
No, and when you talk about the amount of talent, can you imagine the bang you get for your buck? You're buying a ticket to the Austin Spurs game, and you're seeing James Bouknight and Vernon Carey and Kai Jones and Primo, and you're seeing legit NBA types for half the price.
And I guess it's going to be another moment where someone could call me a homer, but I feel like the Spurs as an organization have shown the other teams around the league that this can be a tool.
Oh, absolutely.
And I really feel like they were the first ones that really be like, hey, you know what, we're really going to hone in on this like a baseball team would and really develop our talent. And because when you look around now, like for the longest, some teams didn't even have didn't
even have a team.
Didn't even have one, and they didn't have them in the city close to them. So I got to tip my cap to the Spurs for helping popularize the G League because they're actually, developing talent as a farm or as a baseball team would.
Yeah, Karl, what other G League franchises have you seen that are consistently beneficial to their parent team that they really utilize?
The LA Defenders are also among the 2 that first owned a franchise. They've always had. They were the LA Defenders. They're now the South Bay Lakers because the D was part of the D League.
Right.
So when they rebranded the G League, they're the Lakers of South Bay now. They do a really good job developing. That's where Alex Caruso developed, for example.
Oh, yeah.
Good point. What about Golden State? They're Aguas Calientes, right? Or something like that?
They're the Santa Cruz Warriors.
Is that who they are?
Yeah. And Agua Caliente are the Clippers.
The Clippers.
And the Warriors have always used their G League.
Toscano, the kid that worked through their program.
They snuck in a Serbian, and he was 18 years old, but they wanted him to kind of get his reps in. And there's a, little thought there that maybe the Warriors kind of snuck him over as an 18-year-old, and then they drafted him, Alan Smailagic, in the second round. And
easy for you to say.
Yeah, he's not really coming along all that great, but you could see the talent was there, and it's sort of an interesting little back channel for teams to be able to say, hey, develop within our system for a year. We might draft you. And I get the feeling that that's going to probably go away when we have the actual 18 eligible draft.
Maybe, but I do think to be successful and use the G League the way it's supposed to be used, you have to have absolute commitment from your ownership, because there is an investment involved. I mean, you are paying a bunch of coaches that, quite frankly, you don't see the benefit of for a couple of years. I mean,
because didn't Cuban move his team closer to him?
They're in Frisco, the Texas Legends.
Yeah, the Legends.
Or were they always there?
They were weird. I think Cuban was a little bullish. He was on it, and then he was against it because they needed all their talent with the Mavericks. And now I think they're back on to being, kind of. I don't think they're owned. I don't think the Mavericks own the Legends, but they work together because that's the affiliate team where assignment players are sent, two-way players, etc. The only two teams that don't have a G League team are the Suns, because they did have Northern Arizona, and then they didn't come back after the double, and the Trailblazers, who just continue to be stubborn. So that's kind of why they're introducing Mexico City and the Ignite and things like that. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And I feel bad for any Miami Heat players that are like, oh man, I'm going to be a millionaire in Miami. They assign you to Sioux Falls. That's the Heat assignment location. It's like, oh, you've been partying
not
too
even
much.
Fort Lauderdale. It's Sioux Falls.
They're sending him to North Dakota, which is like the hardest place to get in the G League.
Oh no, I'd get traded.
Here's your coat. Here's your parka.
I'll
see you in a couple of months.
I'm not reporting.
Hey, we've got Sammy Hagar tickets to give away next hour. Sean Rima will cruise on by. The Spurs have won 3. Can they get 4? And Birds up. Roadrunners, Hilltoppers tonight at 6. Let's look at the matchups. Got a lot to talk about. Hang here. This is San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250 and 94.5 FM.
Carzeus.com. It's that time again. Like told y'all yesterday, we all have a elderly aunt, uncle, grandma, grandpa, has a couple cars that they just don't use. Maybe want to help them out and get rid of that car, put some money in their pocket, put some money in their investment, put the money somewhere else instead of just a car that works perfectly fine, but it's just sitting there collecting dust. Of course, they're older, so they keep all the paperwork up on it. Let them know about Carzeus.com/referral. Get out there and get yourself some Amazon money from Carzeus. It can only help. Go to Carzeus.com, upload the photos, and with the condition, they will text you immediately, and let you know, and then they'll have you bring it in. They'll set your appointment first. And that appointment, that hour is all to you. It's all about you. It's all about grandma. It's all about uncle. It's all about aunt. And you'll be in and out of there within an hour. They're just going to drive it around, make sure everything's working. Or like my buddy, took his truck up there and they let him know, hey, man, someone's messed with your odometer. So it's a good thing all around, whether you sell the vehicle or not. And there's not going to be any harassing. So check them out. And if you do owe a little bit of money on the car, don't worry. They handle a lot of business with people that owe money. They've helped out quite a few people out of financial crunches. So go to Carzeus.com/referral. If they buy the car, they will give you $500 in Amazon money. You split it, go get some Christmas gifts. So Carzeus.com. That's Carzeus.com.
San Antonio Sports Star Pro Football Pick'em. Online at sasportsstar.com. Can you pick the perfect matchups all season long? If so, you could win $50,000. Weekly winners score gift cards to Pinkerton's Barbecue and the Mellow Mushroom. For official contest rules and to play, visit sasportsstar.com. Must be at least 21 years old to play this nationwide contest. One winner will be selected at the end of the season. The Pro Football Challenge from San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN 1250 and 94.5 FM.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson, owner of the Thompson Law Firm right here in San Antonio. And for the past 27 years, I have represented people in our community who have been injured because of negligent drivers of cars, 18-wheelers, and company vehicles. I really want you to know that if you're involved in a collision, you need to contact an experienced attorney as soon as possible after the collision. All you may know about an insurance company is what you see on television. If you have ever been forced to make a claim after being injured in an auto collision, there are no jokes, no geckos, no cavemen, no professional athlete endorsers. Just you against a giant insurance company that is represented by skilled adjusters and attorneys who have one job: pay as little as possible. If you've been injured in a collision, please contact an experienced attorney as soon as possible after the collision. I, of course, want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website, alawyerforus.com. That's all one word, alawyerforus.com.
'Twas the season of cheer, and joy filled the town, except for Scrooge with his perma-frown. The gift of a Peloton bike touched his soul without doubt.
Work, Peloton.
When your workout's a joy, it's a joy to work out.
You can do it.
The original Peloton bike with our best price ever, $39 a month. All access membership separate. Terms apply. See website for details.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
O'Reilly. This is Claudia's O'Reilly Auto Parts story.
I had just moved to a new city and barely even knew where the grocery store was yet. When my car wouldn't start one morning, I didn't know who to ask about local shops. But I remembered a name from back home, O'Reilly Auto Parts. I called and they pointed me to a great mechanic just down the street. Now I feel a little more at home.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Marty, I am the ghost of rewards past, here to show you all the cash back you could have earned on your holiday purchases.
But I get up to 1.75% cash back on all my purchases.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I have a Navy Federal Credit Union cash rewards card.
Well, cool. Happy holidays.
Learn how you can slay the season with a cash rewards card at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
5G is here, but the big carriers want you to sign a pricey long-term contract to get in on the action. Well, no more, because Straight Talk Wireless has rolled out 5G coverage nationwide, with plans starting at just $35 a month with no contract. And get a Samsung Galaxy A32 5G for only $299, all on America's best networks. 5G coverage, 5G phones, less money. Straight Talk Wireless, no contract, no compromise. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a broken traffic light. Stop and go is the name of my game. It's easy. You go, they go. Or was it they go, you go? And if you have the wrong car insurance, these repair costs could stop you in your tracks. So get Allstate's new low auto rate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Not available in every state based on coverage and limits selected. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
O'Reilly.
This is Claudia's O'Reilly Auto Parts story.
I had just moved to a new city and barely even knew where the grocery store was yet. When my car wouldn't start one morning, I didn't know who to ask about local shops. But I remembered a name from back home, O'Reilly Auto Parts. I called and they pointed me to a great mechanic just down the street. Now I feel a little more at home.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Live, local, loud. KZDC, San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN, AM 1250 and 94.5 FM. Rob Thompson, Rudy J. R&R in the morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. This is R&R in the morning, the Friday edition. He's Rudy J. I'm Rob Thompson. Karl Schoenig taking us till 10 o'clock. UTSA game day, conference championship on the line. Western Kentucky coming in. Kickoff at 6. The gates are opening here in about 3 hours or 2 hours.
What's in Western Kentucky, Rob?
You're
my geographist. Is that a word?
Well,
I don't think so.
I've never been to Western Kentucky. I have a feeling they're close to Tennessee.
Okay.
I have a feeling they're that direction. I know that Their quarterback's out of Victoria.
Yeah, you know what? You told me
by
that. You
way
said
of
they're
Houston Baptist.
You told me I think they're one of their star receivers is from Texas as well.
Definite Texas connection coming out of the Hilltoppers roster, but this is going to be about Jeff Traylor's defense providing just a little bit of resistance.
Man, listen.
Because they did give up 45
It's going to be a tough game. And look, if we're being fair, going back to Southern Miss by the hair of our chinny chin chin, UAB by the hair of our chinny chin chin, North Texas just got stomped from the gate. So the last 3 outings have been shaky. They were 2-1. They found ways to win, but the last 3 outings have been shaky. So again, I'm sure this week he had their full focus.
Well, I hope it didn't take a whole lot, because the last time we called this and saw this kid Zap, 500 yards of total offense and 5 touchdown passes. That's what we saw the last time.
Did Frank have 5 that day too?
He threw 349 and 6 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So the offense is capable there for UTSA, and I don't expect that to be the issue. But I think Traylor looks at this and goes, this is going to be a shootout. They're just,
who has the ball last?
Whoever has it last. And one stop can make the difference. One stop, one turnover can truly make the difference. And the Roadrunner defense, while they are athletic and fly to the ball, do give up chunks.
Yeah, they do. I think this is also one of those games where the best way to stop Zap is have him on the sideline. So I would think you get a full dosage of Sincere McCormick.
There's your answer.
But at the same time, the last time they played, coach was just like, look, we're in a shootout. I couldn't run him that much. But if they can get Sincere going and maintain some drives, then now we're getting into not only their play, but now we're in their heads. So hopefully, they get Sincere off to a really good start and just keep Zap on the bench.
There were 5 penalties.
That's it? That's good.
Well, but for the Roadrunners, 5 penalties ruined third down conversions against North Texas. They're going to have to play tight.
Oh, got you.
Going to have to play tight. I feel like we're going to see a shootout in that I can't imagine either team being under 30. I can't. I think both teams are fully capable of 4 or 5 touchdowns. So I do believe it'll be over 30.
I'm just glad we can run with them if need be, because not everybody's equipped to run with them.
But I would like
runners are.
Do you think Traylor will come out and try to establish McCormick? Like, this is going to be an 8-play drive every time we get it.
He will, but at the same time, if it's not working, he's not going to hesitate to go away from it and go into the shootout for him. Because if you give them, because remember that game, they started off up 14-0, and Western Kentucky got a battle back. So
I'm looking at over under at 72.5.
What?
That's about right. Mid-30s. That's about right. I'm looking at one predictor, UTSA 37-34, but the line is Western Kentucky -1.5 after the dismal performance that the Traylor offered in the rain on the road last week. And I do think they're discounted.
Was weird.
And this is just basically a pick 'em.
What is the line? It's
1.5. Western Kentucky 1.5, but I guess they're kind of calling it a neutral site, though it's not.
Wow, they're favored in our house.
Yes. Zero respect from the Nationals. What do you guys think? 656-3776, 656.
That's zero respect from Vegas. Vegas is different.
Yeah, they're going to follow the money, but
we're favored in our house with 50,000.
That's why we got to prove them elsewise.
I might have to put some money down.
We're talking Cowboys. We're talking Spurs. We're talking whatever you want to talk about. Alex dialed our Kielbasa Bacon phone lines. Alex, welcome aboard, man. What you got?
What's up, Alex?
Good morning, fellas. How you doing?
Good, man.
Good. What's going on, man?
Good. Rock the micer. You know this, right?
Yeah. I'm the horse that came in fourth, so I didn't even close out the trifecta, but I digress, my friends.
That's all good.
Hey, let me tell you. First, let me chime in on UTSA. Being at home is definitely a plus. Getting 50,000 plus is definitely a plus. The thing is, when they played Western Kentucky the last time, they had to rally to beat them. It's going to be tough, man. I mean, I still think they're going to pull it out like you guys are saying. but it's no gimme. And being at home is really to me, that's the factor that could push them over into the win column. But it's not going to be easy. I mean, they had to have their rally caps on to get this last one when they beat them.
And sometimes ignorance is bliss. Now they know what they're going against, and you hope they don't have to press to get to the 52 points that they had to get to last time they played.
I consider that what they did against Memphis a rally. They were down for a minute against Western Kentucky, but it wasn't like they were down 21-0 like they were against Memphis.
Absolutely.
Right.
Now, as far as the Spurs go, I was really happy to see Forbes, come into his own for a little bit. Like you guys said, I think you alluded to it, Rudy, the fact that he had to be ready for mop-up duty, which is the true sign of a professional.
Right.
So I thought he did a great job of coming in. I mean, he was instant offense, dude, because they looked like they were ready to hit the canvas. And then he goes and he lays out 18. That was awesome. But so it was good to see that he's cobbled together a couple of decent games, in the last 3. Hopefully it's a turning sign for him, just like it was for Derek White. When we were talking about that during Rock the Mic, that, he need to figure it out. It looks like he's doing it. First half, he did pretty good. Second half, not so much, but I'm still digging what he's doing. He's definitely on the right track. Now, as far as the Cowboys go, you guys were talking about who should win Defensive Player of the Year. I think, obviously, if it's not Garrett from Cleveland, it definitely has to be Parsons. And I'm going to tell you why. Dallas is on the right track to make the playoffs and possibly get a first-round bye. Cleveland's in the crapper. And that, to me, that has to be a factor.
It should, right? Your team's value should play a role in this.
Absolutely. Just like when you're MVP in the NBA, they're going to generally give it to a team contender, even though somebody on, XYZ team at the bottom as a bottom feeder may wind up getting, consideration. They're going to look at record, and they always do. And for that reason, that's why my vote is with Parsons. That guy is a beast. Now, as far as Diggs go, I think he deserves Comeback Player of the Year, because think about how bad off he was till the end of last year. He's really turned it around. I think you got to give him Comeback Player of the Year, and I think Parsons has to get, DPOY and Rookie Player of the Year, and I think we're gonna see that, the first guy since Lawrence Taylor to pull that off.
Alex, we appreciate the call.
Appreciate the phone call.
Great knowledge. I agree with all of it. Now, I'm aiming higher for Diggs. It's not about comeback. I think he's in the running for Player of the Year, Defensive Player
Parsons?
of the Year. No, Diggs.
Oh.
Parsons is obvious, and I think
I got you.
When you look, when the voters get their ballot, it'll be awfully easy just to peg Micah for Rookie of the Year, because it's going away. That's an easy gimme.
But to give him Defensive Player of the Year also,
especially with a guy on your team that's going to probably end up with 12, 13 interceptions. There's some bad quarterbacking coming down the pike for Diggs.
Yeah, I remember the guy from the DB from Dolphins. I want to say last year he had like 10 interceptions.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, but Aaron Donald had one of those years, and TJ Watt had a great year. The reason why Parsons and Diggs are in the running is because those defensive linemen, they're really not doing what they did last year. So
and they haven't been able to, because they haven't been on the field.
Right.
Maybe we'll get a little bit more of that. Appreciate the call. You got anything else to say? Lots of ways to sound off to us. The Kielbasa Bacon phone lines are always available to you. You dial, we talk, 656-3776, 656-ESPN. The socials, of course, at Rudy J, otherwise known as Birds Up, at Rob Thompson, ESPN, nice scenic viewer through and through. And at Karl, ESPN. That's from yesterday. I just didn't read.
Got you. That's funny.
And by the way, Talent Travel. They're doing a good job there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I
was wondering
when you
wondering how it was.
Good job.
Yeah. Solid.
Yeah. Solid
team.
The Twin Peaks at Park North, for those of you that judge one against the other.
Okay.
Wonderful atmosphere. Truly a man cave in every sense of the word.
Scenic views
were extraordinary. Head over there for lunch today. Have yourself a lunch special. Let's get your headlines caught up. Let's get everybody informed so that when you get to work, you know of what you're speaking of. It is time for the 411 in the 210.
Here's the 411 in the 210. Headline 2.
Well, we start at the top here as it's a breaking news headline. Notre Dame Fighting Irish officially elevate defensive coordinator Marcus Freeman to head coach. Freeman, 35 years old, will be introduced on Monday during a 2 p.m. Eastern news conference and will coach the Irish in their upcoming bowl game. Freeman was in his first season in charge of Notre Dame's defense. He replaces Brian Kelly, who left Notre Dame to become LSU's coach earlier this week.
And how much they're paying him?
I wonder how. There's a few questions, Rob. I wonder how much they're paying him. I wonder, are all the boosters on board? I wonder, are they really giving him a fair shake, or is this a stopgap until they can figure out that big splash? Like, there's a lot of questions I have about this hire,
because it could, and they don't have to disclose terms. They're a private school. We might not ever know what the terms are.
Okay.
But you'll know commitment by length,
That's what I'm saying. Like, are you really going to get a fair shake? Is this remember the Titans? He have to go undefeated, to keep his gig? There's a lot, again, because when Charlie went to the Horns,
right?
There's certain hires where, and that's not just Longhorns. I don't want to just single them out. There's a lot of hires that people are split. The big money donors are split down the middle. Like, I don't like him. I want someone else. So I wonder how the Notre Dame money, how they feel about this hire.
And this is not an institution that has ever had to scramble to go get a coach. They've never gone,
this
crap,
felt like a scramble.
We need a coach in a week.
Right. This felt like a scramble.
Because recruiting starts December 1. You could get into the living rooms right then, and they're a coach up and left them. They and OU are in situations the likes of which they have not been in. Those kind of schools don't lose coaches.
At least not from them walking out the door.
Yeah, they don't lose them. Now, they might throw them away, but they don't lose them. They don't fire them. They either retire or they get fired. They don't get guys just say, I got a better job. So we'll see what the disaster mentality, the disaster reaction for Notre Dame is, because they've never had to do this before. And it seems like, while I love the hire, it does seem like, oh, crap, we got him in the building. Let's sign him for a couple years just to keep us afloat. Well, and if we find out the contract's for like 5 years,
Right. Has to be, I can't remember a year where this many traditional schools that mean so much to college football have been LSU, Oklahoma, Notre Dame. I can't remember a year where these type of jobs were available.
Never like this. And then you add in just to keep the stability, the amount of money. Well, Florida out there, and then you think, well, Penn State panicked and they paid Franklin a lot. Michigan State panicked and they paid Mel Tucker a lot. And I think they got paid because
USC,
of the uncertainty.
Yeah.
Because of all this, guys got paid even though they might not have ever even left.
Yeah.
Moving along.
Headline 1.
We haven't had a soccer headline in a while, so let's talk a little soccer. Manchester United manager Ralph Rangnick on Cristiano Ronaldo says he's the fittest player I've ever seen at his age, following Ronaldo's 2-goal display in the 3-2 win over Arsenal in the Premier League. Quote, having seen Cristiano yesterday in the second half at the age of 36, an amazing top professional. At his age, I've never seen a player who is still that physically fit. He's still a player who can easily make a difference. So, yes, it's about how we can develop the whole team, not only Cristiano, but some people were saying that maybe Ronaldo wouldn't be a fan of Ralph Rangnick's kind of pressing, fast-paced style. And he says, I'm going to work with Ronaldo instead of try and force myself on him.
He's soccer's LeBron.
Feels like it, doesn't it?
He's soccer's LeBron. Like, they cherish their Tom. I want to call him Tom. They cherish their temple, and they treat it like it's the only one they're ever going to have. Like, we all should, but some guys are just crazy about, like Ronaldo, Tom, LeBron. They're crazy about their bodies year round, not just when it's time for the season, and it shows.
The millions that they invest in themselves.
Yeah.
The money that they spend, and you can tell by all those guys. But Ronaldo, I've seen pictures of him like flashing his six-pack and all that. Yeah, the dude's
he hasn't gained a pound since he was like 25.
I hear he smells of chocolate cookies.
Yeah. Guy got Bugattis. It's like he lives a different life. Like when you're a soccer rock star, it's different than any. It's like F1. They're like when you're a soccer rock star, it's just different.
Worldwide fame.
Yeah, it's worldwide. It's so different.
There's rich and then there's wealthy. These are the wealthy.
Yeah,
this is the upper
insane.
echelon.
Not shocked to hear that.
Go ahead, Reynaldo. I forget that he's a Man U type man.
Yeah, I do too.
Doesn't feel right. Moving along.
Headline 0.
So we've talked about it from the Cowboys' perspective, but the Saints hit rock bottom in their first 5-game losing streak of the Sean Payton era. New Orleans had lost 4 in a row a few times before, but this is breaking new unpleasant ground as it snaps a 235 streak without dropping 5 consecutive losses, the 5th longest streak in league history, which stretches all the way back to the ignominious 5-loss end to Jim Hassel's career as the Saints coach.
The Aints back in the day, the bags.
The garbage bag, grocery bags.
This isn't Sean Payton's fault, but it is Sean Payton's fault. It's a little both.
How so?
He way overinvested in Taysom Hill. They need to have a better backup quarterback situation. If Taysom is forced to play, who's, he's quarterback arm challenged anyway. Now, he's got an acceptable arm. He can place it, but he's not a brilliant passer. And then you add in a middle finger brace. And even with all that, Simeon wasn't invited to come play behind that offensive line. That tells you a lot about the situation that Sean Payton put himself in. Yeah, they're terrible, but I don't blame Payton completely. But that Taysom Hill debacle last night, that was as bad as it could be.
That was tough to watch.
Yeah, it was. I felt bad for the Saint fan, for Saint player, because I said it earlier in the show, as an Aggie, I watched a quarterback just basically affect the season because he just wasn't capable for one reason or another. Mm-hmm. And watching Taysom Hill felt the very same way. That defense was solid. The game plan, I thought, was effective. There were guys that were open. They were capable of getting the ball down there. Taysom Hill just was not up to the task. It was a tough performance to watch. Moving along, 5 losses.
The 4-1-1 and a 2-1-0.
Yikes for them. Sammy Hagar is in concert tomorrow night out at the Aztec. For those of you who want to relive your glory years,
tomorrow night,
go see Sammy Hagar.
We got to give those away today.
He was part of the Van Hagar band.
Van Hagar?
We called it that when David Lee Roth left and Sammy Hagar stepped in to be the front there for a couple years.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go? I know there's fans out there. Get on the phone right now. 656-3776, 656-ESPN. Caller number 10 is going to go check out Sammy Hagar tomorrow night. Mañana. Boy, downtown's going to be popping all weekend long.
You know what? I didn't think about that.
Coming back, let's put a bow on the show. Look forward to a full weekend of championship games, and we'll do some pick 'em. Figure out how you can win a $50 gift card. We'll look around the NFL, pick our winners. Go to the ESPN, go to sasportstar.com, You can go ahead and log in there, get ready to make your picks. We'll tell you what we think. It's an exhibition and a competition. We're making our picks and looking forward to championship weekend. Can Michigan do it? Does anybody care about the Pac-12 tonight?
No.
And then we've got Baylor and Oklahoma State. And I do believe that Oklahoma State, with a win, will be in the playoff. But can they get the win against Baylor in that tough defense? We're closing the door on a good football season. Coming up next here on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250 and 94.5 FM.
When you buy from a small business, an actual person does a little happy dance. And that's what Carzus is. They're a locally owned small business. And I think at some point we all should, no matter what business it is, at some point we all should support local businesses or small businesses. So, yeah, there may be somebody a little bit bigger, a little bit more range, but guess what? Do they have the customer service? Do they have the convenience? Are they getting you in and out in under an hour? Are they getting the 5-star Google reviews? Do they care? Are they trying to get you the best deal? Are they harassing you? These are all things that Carzus has excelled in. And this is one of the reasons why I fully back their business model. As I've told y'all before, when I was brought over here, I said, hey, you don't want to do things, you don't have to do it. But I believed in the Carzus model, and that's why I'm rolling with it. So support small business. Go to carzus.com. That's carzus.com. Upload some photos of that vehicle you need to get rid of. Let them know the condition. Set your appointment. Get in and out. Jeff drive the car around for you. Make sure it's all good, and they'll get your check in and out under an hour. Support your small businesses, man. They need you. So that's carzus.com. That's carzus.com.
ESPN AM 1250 and 94.5 FM.
The Dallas Cowboys bounced back and took a Thursday night win against the New Orleans Saints, 27-17. CeeDee Lamb returned to the field and had 122 yards of total offense to help the Cowboys to the victory. The San Antonio Spurs won their third straight last night in Portland, defeating the Blazers 114-83. Bryn Forbes led the Spurs in scoring with 18 points off of the bench. And in Cedar Park, the Austin Spurs win in double overtime, 108-105 against the Greensboro Swarm. Spurs rookie Josh Primo had 19 points and 9 assists on assignment. And it's finally game day at the Alamo Dome. UTSA and Western Kentucky will square off for the Conference USA Championship. Kickoff is at 6, and the Dome is expected to be packed with the lower bowl sold out. For San Antonio Sports Star, I'm Karl Schoening.
If your family depends on your income and something happened to you, what would happen to them? You need life insurance, and SelectQuote can help you get it at a price you can afford.
SelectQuote found Jacob, 40, who's in excellent health, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for only $19 a month.
Not in perfect health? Don't worry.
SelectQuote found Tanya, 40, who has type 2 diabetes, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for only $32 a month.
We shop companies like Protective, Prudential, American General, and others to find you the company with the best rates. Give your family the security they need at a price you can afford.
For your free quote, call 1-800-519-0449. That's 1-800-519-0449. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-519-0449.
SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policies at selectquote.com/commercials. Your premium could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
When you're sick, injured, or experiencing a medical problem of any kind, the last thing you want to do is leave your home to find medical care. Now, thanks to Dispatch Health, you don't have to, because Dispatch Health comes to you. That's right. Receive high-quality care from expertly trained medical professionals in the comfort of your own home when you need it. Just call or click, and Dispatch Health comes to your home, able to treat common to complex illnesses and injuries. It's really that simple. Go to dispatchhealth.com now to learn more and download the app so you're always just the touch of a button away from the quality health care you need. Dispatch Health is affordable and in-network with most health insurance plans, including Medicare. It's true, high-quality care from expertly trained medical professionals in the ease and comfort of your own home, all for an affordable price. So the next time you're sick or injured, stay home, stay comfortable, and let Dispatch Health come to you. Go to dispatchhealth.com and say hello to the modern day house call. That's dispatchhealth.com. Go to dispatchhealth.com.
Research shows that people remember radio ads with repetition. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual Insurance Company customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need, here's a repetitive ad. Okay. Research shows that people remember radio ads with repetition. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual Insurance Company customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need, here's a repetitive ad. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
At CDW, we get that even the biggest jobs need to fit on your lap.
It's true. My entire workday happens right here on my lap.
And you can get it done faster with the performance and security of a device configured by CDW and powered by the Built for Business Intel V Pro platform.
Nice.
Are you done yet, Mommy?
More time for story time.
An even better use of your lap. IT orchestration by CDW. People who get it. Find out more at cdw.com/Intel client.
The best seat in the house is on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN 1250 and 94.5 FM.
It's R&R here on the Star. Yeah. The first star, that's Rudy. Second, that's me, Rob. Have you ventured to sasportstar.com? I hope you have. Because we got to give you the proper picks. See what we're doing. We're competing here for meats, well-made, well-crafted barbecued meats from Pinkerton's. Oh, yeah. And if you haven't gone to Pinkerton's and gotten their brisket and mac and cheese, I don't know what they call it. It's got a name. It's brisket
like
mac and cheese.
Beast.
Whatever that
weird.
is.
I don't know.
It might be the finest dish in all of San Antonio.
Really, really good.
The combination of brisket and mac and cheese rivals peanut butter and chocolate. I'm telling you, the
That's a
combo,
hot take.
they were born to be. What other great combos are there? Apart from R&R.
PB&J.
PB&J. But you can vary the J.
Ham and cheese.
I'm with you.
Brisket and mac and cheese sounds better than those last two, though.
It does, doesn't it? Especially coming out of that Pinkerton Smokehouse. And you want to talk about fine cured meats. You put it on a mellow mushroom pizza.
Ooh.
I mean, we're
doing things. You know what? I still haven't been over there.
It's really good. But
What's your go-to?
But don't go there if you're just a pepperoni guy. Okay. You know what I mean? Don't go there if you're just going to order pepperoni, which they do well. But they have a
what's your go-to?
It's not a because I was going to call it something that another chain calls it. It's not a meat lovers, but they've got one with all the prosciuttos and the salamis and all that done.
It's like a charcuterie board on a pizza.
And the great thing about the mellow mushroom pizza is the dough. I mean, the dough is spectacular. Yeah, they do a good thick crust, and I don't really like thick crust pizzas, but theirs is.
Yeah, I'm not either, but
it's a worthy stop. It's a great hang too. It's a good place to go eat. It's not, you don't have to go pick it up and go home. They've got a good environment there on 1604.
What y'all got going this weekend?
Well, first of all, tonight I'm going to have to be watching the game on the CBS Sports Network as I'm sitting at a dinner. But of course, this is all about UTSA football. It's football weekend. I mean, we're enjoying a little stacked run from the Spurs, and college basketball has begun. But college basketball, just like pro basketball, needs to go away till December, until the end of the month. There are more important things at hand, and it's the quarter pole of the NFL as we round our way into the playoffs and as we have a championship weekend. And don't forget bowls, college football bowls start in 2 weeks. First one I'm going to be running will be on the 18th. And then they roll through for the next 3 weeks, just about every day. So we're just about there. We're going to put basketball to bed, I think, for a little bit. It'll be, we'll still talk a lot of Spurs, but now we're into the season that we've been looking forward to, one that matters.
After being in Dallas for 5-6 days last week, after today, I'm gonna go to the game, but after today, I'm probably shut it down until Monday. I'm not doing anything this weekend.
I feel that.
You know what I mean?
I think I'm on that same page.
Again, I'm gonna go to the game tonight, but that 6 days out of town and then the 7-hour drive, I'm shutting it down this weekend.
I think a lot of us are doing that. I think this is the weekend after Thanksgiving there's stuff we got to get done.
Yeah, that too. I need to. Yeah, I do. I haven't unpacked.
I've got a flock of trees. You haven't unpacked?
I haven't unpacked.
See, I have to unpack because I don't have enough good underwear. I'm down to like 5 pairs of underwear for a 7-day week. I'm having to do a second wash.
Yeah.
Come on, honey. It's Christmas. I'm not going to do it myself. If you, I need some new draws.
We need to talk more Army Navy. They'll get more Army Navy than here. Rob and Jason are the only people in a 300-mile radius that go to Army Navy every single year. What do you mean we talk more Army Navy? They actually go to the game, Mr. C. What are you talking about, bro? Like, come on now. You got to keep up. You got to keep up. When they're the Blitz, this is what they do.
We will give you full and complete coverage
talk more Army Navy.
For Navy football.
It don't get more Army Navy than Jason and Rob.
That's next weekend,
though,
right?
It's not this
weekend.
What do you mean, bro?
We're going to head out there.
They'll be there.
Live. I can tell you this. Navy's not very good this year.
Oh, okay.
Neither is Army. But it's not about
It's not about that, right?
It's not about the record. You pay attention to Army Navy for the participants and the history and the dedication of these men that have chosen to play football just as a sideline and
they still have a duty to their country
and the effort to protect you and all those folks that are around that. For those that have been in the military, scrambled eggs for miles on hats and shoulders. There's lots of brass going to be walking around.
It's a 20-year anniversary of 9/11.
Yeah,
because normally it's in Philly, right?
Yeah, they try to move it close to Philadelphia is the perfect in between New York and the Maryland coast.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So it's a perfect. But we do go to Baltimore periodically to get a little bit closer to the academy and a little bit further away from West Point. That's up off the Hudson up in north. But yeah, New York, it'll be in we'll play Giant Stadium there on Saturday.
Oh, that's nice.
It should be.
Have you looked at the weather yet? What do you got to take?
I have not.
What you got to take?
I haven't looked. I'm gonna have to pull out the coats. It hadn't been cold enough here. I'm excited.
What you got? You got a big leather. What you got? You got a like wool. You're a leather guy. Like
I have some leather coats, but you got to be very careful. You start wearing those leather like jackets in New York, you start looking like a different type.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, gotcha.
I wore a leather kind of. It wasn't a jacket. It was that kind of a coat, but it was a 3-button coat, and it was black. And I felt like I was one of the should be hanging out in Little Italy at a social club or something.
Man.
Yeah, it looked like a mobster.
Look like you're running numbers.
But you also got to be careful not to dress like you're from Texas because you stick out.
Yeah, because like if you're like earmuffs and mittens, they're like, bro.
And if you're not
stop
it.
it.
If you're not in mostly black, you can tell you're not from there. That's why everybody wears just black because the whole city's dirty. You rub up against stuff, you end up getting dirty. So everybody wears black. That's what I think. Anyway.
You're a Subway guy? You do Subway?
Yeah, man. I navigate that stuff. I'm down for that.
So you're Subway or cab or both? You have to do both when you're there. I've never been to New York.
I have zero problem navigating the subway. Zero. It's not hard. You just gotta just prepare yourself.
What kind of people are there?
You gotta prepare yourself. Different stops have different.
Do you have the guy down there on the drums on the bucket?
On the hubs, there are some stops that's just a stop, but then there's some where you land and there's the red lines crossing the blue and the D trains tossing. I mean, everybody's at one. There's 4 or 5 of those big hubs. There's always performers there, and then you'll get them in your car. Well, they'll come into the train car and start dancing and playing music and do it. Oh yeah. Then you'll see guys pooping into a box. I mean, you'll see all of that.
You ever been to NY, Karl?
Oh, I love New York City.
You've been
several times.
Of course, you Philly's down the street. What is it, an hour drive?
I think it's an hour and a half train is what we usually do. We don't drive up to New York City.
Stupid question. Yeah.
Yeah. I was up there most recently, I think New Year's of 2017 when the Spurs had like a trip where they were in Detroit to start, but then they played the Knicks on the second, and then they played Philadelphia on the third.
So you've seen the ball drop?
It's funny. It was negative 10 degrees, or it felt like that. It was really. It wasn't negative 10. It felt like it was 10 degrees. Even the Latvian Davis Bertans was like, "I'm not going outside." So apparently, the Spurs had a VIP treatment set up for the ball drop, but it was too cold, or they all found other plans. So we were offered like New Year's Eve, hey, do you want to go see the ball drop? And we were already going up to Harlem to a jazz club. So that's where my dad and I continued to go. That was a lot more fun, I think.
Uptown.
You going to Harlem?
Going to Siriusxm.
It was a lot of fun. I would have much preferred the Harlem Jazz Club over the mess that is the dropping of the ball, but the VIP experience would have been the only way to do it because Bill Land ended up doing it, and he was like, oh, it's 5 minutes from a restroom. You get to see the crowd, experience everything going on, but you're not in the ridiculous crowd where people are like wearing diapers because they know they're not going to get back to their spot.
No, you can't. There's no bathroom. It's hard to fathom
stuff like that.
The crowd,
at
the ball drop. It's hard to fathom the amount.
Yeah,
I mean, 1 million people. What it feels like. I mean,
you can't get to a porta potty.
No, there are no. I don't know what you do.
You wear an adult diaper.
I guess you do.
Or just whip it out right there and just say, move out your feet.
There's some of that too. I've seen that from kind of a VIP vantage point. I haven't been on the ground to see it, but to see the crowd from above, the likes of which you just don't see that much in humanity. But I have been on the ground for a St. Patrick's Day parade.
In NY?
Yeah.
What was that like?
That's a drunken stumble.
Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was fun, but it's a different. I mean, we're Southern. We're a little bit different kind of crowd. There's a little anger there.
Oh, God.
You know what I mean? It's just a bunch of drunk Irish is what it was for 3 hours.
It's funny because like you've done Final Fours, Kentucky Derby, Super Bowls, Cowboy Camp. Army Navy is y'all's favorite
by far.
Both of y'all. You and Minnick say that.
And I go into it not as I'm an Air Force type, but
that's right. Yeah.
When you see these, it's just an atmosphere that you can't even comprehend unless you're there. There's a united kind of, you feel very, very connected to your country. Because this is really the essence of who protects us and, the fabric of our country from its very beginning. And it's, it is the academies. It is the Naval Academy. It is West Point and all that goes along with it, from the great graduates from both schools. We're going to have a chance. We always get to sit down and talk with Roger Staubach. I mean, it's just one of those things. And we'll have Herbie on. All the game day crew will be there, and Herbie will join us, and we'll have Desmond and those guys sit down and talk with us about college football. It'll be a good opportunity for us to talk UTSA with some of the guys that is finally on their tongues.
Let Roger know Romo's better than him. I'm kidding.
Roger floats. He doesn't even touch the ground. He's an angel. He's an angel on earth. Literally, that's one of the few that
That's one of the few people I've never heard anyone say anything bad about.
Because you can't. There's nothing bad to say. He is literally one of the remarkable men of our time.
Yeah.
We were going to do some pick 'em, so I promise we'll get there.
Oh, damn.
It's okay. It's okay. We got time.
Maybe.
We got plenty of time.
See.
We got just a couple minutes to do. But as we head out, we're going to come back and do our picks and look forward to we'll call our shot tonight. What do we think the score with it for UTSA? But before we go on, I'll tell you about my friend Dr. Mark Havercorn, River City Oral Surgery. If you have a toothache, if you're going to need your wisdom teeth out, if you know someone that's looking for dental implants, I'm talking to you. I'm going to tell you about Dr. Mark Havercorn and River City Oral Surgery. River City Oral Surgery is a full-scope oral surgery practice, of course. Dr. Havercorn is a San Antonian that lives here and practices here. For those of you that might have already been doing a little bit of research on dental implants, a lot of these different companies have physicians and dentists that fly in, take care of the surgery on a specific day, and fly out and live elsewhere. That's not Dr. Havercorn. He is a San Antonian. He treats people of all ages with everything from toothaches to wisdom teeth and dental implants. And it's a way that he does it. Now, it goes without saying, professionalism and perfection that he has. Yes, you're getting the very best of care over at River City OMS. But more importantly, it's how you are billed. You know, most of us go to the doctor, go to the dentist. It's not about the cost. It's what the insurance company's going to pay, and we make up the difference, and you never really know what that is. It's just what they tell you it is weeks after the fact if you're not doing your research. That's not what River City does. They offer direct patient care, so you don't need a referral, and they offer you a list on the website of what their procedures cost. To the penny, no upsell, no addition. That's what it costs. Now, they don't take insurance. They'll help you file, but the fact of the matter is, because they don't take insurance and they have to deal with all the other things, 9 times out of 10, it'll be less expensive with them, and they offer financing. There's the number you need. 210-778-0002. That's 210-778-0002. RiverCityOMS.com. Now, if you're like me, a couple years back, both of my boys were in college. They come home and they needed their wisdom teeth out, and you might be facing that coming up with the winter break. What a great time to call River City Oral Surgery and get the very best deal, get the very best care as your kids come home from college or they're taking the time off and might need the wisdom teeth out. This is a great opportunity for you as well. If you've been searching dental implants, you cannot beat the price, the service, and all that they offer. Call Dr. Mark Havercorn, the number 210-778-0002. Their website is rivercityoms.com. Go there, check out the price list. They're doing dentistry a brand new way. The service spectacular, the care perfect, but how you take care of it. Opaque and transparent billing. Perfect. River City OMS. Call them today. Thank me later.
If it's rim wrecking board busting action you want, then come and get it.
Catching a right-hand dunk.
The greatest ballers on earth are doing their thing on the hard court, and we bring it to you. Catch the action on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN 1250 and 94.5 FM.
O'Reilly.
This is Claudia's O'Reilly Auto Parts story.
I had just moved to a new city and barely even knew where the grocery store was yet. When my car wouldn't start one morning, I didn't know who to ask about local shops. But I remembered a name from back home, O'Reilly Auto Parts. I called and they pointed me to a great mechanic just down the street. Now I feel a little more at home.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
'Tis the season for savings at Mother's Window Tint, your car stereo and auto security headquarters. Save on 3M Window Tint, 100% legal to get your car dark, dark, dark. This is Texas, baby. 'Tis the season for dark window tint. We do tint front windshields. Yes, 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 we do. And it's perfectly legal, too. At Mother's Window Tint, 'tis the season to make your car go thump, thump, thump. Mother Thump. Save on car stereos, amplifiers, and speakers. Save on car alarms. Save on remote starters. Stores in Austin and San Antonio. And on the web at motherswindowtint.com. Are you a people person and like cars? Maybe you can join our team. Contact us by Facebook or on our website, motherswindowtint.com. 'Tis the season to remember. Do it at Mothers and save.
The evolution of Gary Clark Jr. continues.
This is where I come from.
Now the electrifying performer takes the stage. February 2nd, 7:30 p.m., the Tobin Center. Tickets on sale now at Tobin Center box office and online at tobin.fun. His latest album, This Land, available now.
Saturday afternoons mean one thing: college football.
Oh my God!
Hear games from all Power 5 conferences all season long, every Saturday from San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN 1250 and 94.5 FM.
Hi, I'm Jason Minix on your home for Texas Rangers baseball. It's San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN 1250 and 94.5 FM.
It's R&R. We're going to close out the week strong. Stay with us. We got a pro football pick'em contest we do all the time at sasportstar.com. If you didn't participate all season, that's fine. You just participate this week. You get the most right. You get a $50 gift card to Pinkerton's Barbecue and the Mellow Mushroom Fine Pizza out there on 1604. Let's go very quickly down the row. Hopefully you picked the Cowboys last night. They went away. Boys, what do you think? Giants and Dolphins. Rudy, who do you like?
I'm taking Miami in that one.
Really? Go ahead. Who do you like?
Let's go Dolphins.
Dolphins both. I felt like maybe.
I don't even know. I don't know if Daniel Jones is even playing.
Daniel Jones is questionable.
Oh,
he's trying to get over a neck injury.
Right.
And Tua is playing. Is that correct?
Yes.
Let's continue moving as my page just refreshed. Of
course.
I will grab the list of teams as it comes back up. Quickly, Phil.
Would you like me to do
you can get
I know. Patriots and Buffalo.
My whole thing, my whole system has collapsed.
I'm trying to pull mine up too. Patriots, Buffalo. I know that's a game. Well, that's Monday night though.
I'm going to take Patriots.
I'm taking the Patriots as well.
As much as you love them, I'm going to go along with them. I think they're due for a beating, though.
That is Monday night. We can go backwards from there and go to Saturday night. The Broncos and the Chiefs.
When?
That is, Sunday night.
Oh, I thought
Broncos
Sunday
and the
night,
Chiefs.
the
I'm
5th.
trying to pull mine up too.
Chiefs going to take this one.
Oh, Chiefs.
Yeah, let's go
But
Chiefs.
it's going to be close.
All righty, then 49ers, Seahawks.
49ers.
I'm going to go 49ers.
Yeah, 49ers. Seahawks are not playing too well as of late. The Ravens and the Steelers.
The Ravens. The Steelers
Man.
are awful.
Poor Ben Roethlisberger.
But, I mean, the
just hope he
Ravens were
survives.
awful last week, too. Lamar threw 4 picks, but I'm going to go with the Ravens.
I am, too, just because poor Ben.
Yeah.
And now they got a mess. Claypool's asking for
He said,
music at
yeah.
practice. Tomlin's upset. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead the other way.
Do y'all want to waste your breath on Rams, Jaguars?
No, Rams good.
Yeah, okay, Rams it is. All right, football team takes on Raiders in Vegas.
Come on, Carr. You
Nah.
can do it again.
He actually has the most passing yards in the league.
What? Really?
Derek Carr leads the league in passing yards.
I would not have thought that.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Raiders just because I want them to beat the football team to put this conference or the division to bed.
Yeah, I would take Washington football team. I want that Cowboys, Washington. These next 2 games out of 2 out of 3, I want them to be interesting. So I'm taking Washington.
Oh, no.
Option to pass on Colts and Texans if you want to save your oxygen.
I'll take the Colts.
I think we all will.
It's in Houston, though, so never
Yeah.
know.
I mean, they did beat the Titans.
Yes, they did.
That's true.
No, it's the Colts.
Yes, Colts.
They're going to rebound.
Eagles at Jets.
Eagles. I don't
Eagles.
think the Jets have beaten the Eagles in like 25 years. I'm going to take the Eagles to rebound.
Eagles.
Vikings, Lions.
Vikings.
Skull for the Vikings. The poor Lions,
Skull!
man. Poor Lions. He even gave the Bears a win on a Thursday, Thanksgiving.
Wow. He even gave the Bears. That was ugly. That was a horrible football game.
They damn near killed Justin Fields, though.
You got Chargers at Bengals.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's actually a really good game.
Bengals favored by 3.
Where are they? Are they playing
in Cincinnati?
I'm taking them. I'm taking the Bengals.
Me too.
What has happened to the Chargers? I thought they were going to be better.
They're just kind of good.
They're always the Chargers.
Yeah, they're just
always
kind of good.
Kind of good.
I'll take the Bengals.
Both of us. Yeah, moving on. Perfect.
Cardinals at Bears. It's in Chicago.
Kyler's back, right?
Bears are on the list of people we can skip.
All right. That sounds fair.
Cardinals.
They are 4-7.
Yeah. Look at those 4 wins, though.
Kyler's back. You know, I want to see how he rebounds from the injury. It does matter to watch this game.
Oh,
Kyler
yeah.
Murray.
For
it
sure.
does matter.
Sure,
I want to see how what he was before was MVP worthy play. Let's see if he can bring it back against a good defense.
Great point.
And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are in Atlanta.
Man,
they're surrounded by Vax Card Gate, but Atlanta's trash.
They are.
Tampa.
And Tampa needs this. I'm not doesn't need it. After they rolled into and beat the Colts the way that they did on the road, Tampa might be rounding into form. Atlanta's going to suffer this weekend.
That's it. That's all of it.
That's
Good
your
job,
Pro Football Pick'em contest. If you utilize our picks, we apologize. And if you don't, well, it's your loss. Either way, the winner's going to walk away with a Pinkerton gift card and a Mellow Mushroom gift card worth $50 just for playing along with us. Tonight, we want to see lots of orange. Let's pack that dome. If you haven't got your ticket, they're still available. We're looking to put well over 50,000. The dome will home nearly 60. So go down and support something that is at its very beginning. Is that when at some point in the future, you can look back to and say, I remember when the UTSA program back in 2021 began, as we begin that quest to be part of that Power 5 group, and we're headed that direction. So let's start it tonight. Let's go get a conference win, and they need your voice and your help. Head down there. The gates are opening at noon. Get your tickets. Go tailgate. Let's celebrate the way San Antonio can on a beautiful Friday afternoon. Enjoy your weekend of sports. We're going to have you covered all the way around. If you want college football, we got them all weekend. Don't forget about the hangover tomorrow from 9 to 11. Jack and James will get you going. Sunday, you'll have Brandon and Quinn getting your fantasy football orders in place. But first and foremost, we have halftime at noon and the blitz at 4. We're going to go check the tape, practice real hard all weekend long. For Rudy J and for Karl Schoening, I'm Rob Thompson. Thanks for joining us this week. Y'all be safe. We'll see you on Monday.
This prison, Lord help me.